G'day, g'day, g'day. It's your boy Danny D, aka Alaktrician Man, in the house for another awesome Alak-Azul Show. Joined today by the awesome DeFi crypto boss, founder of Drip21, and also Johnny Faucet and DeFi Diva, who I've been waiting for so long to actually hang out with. They're from Crypto Unlimited 22. It's going to be an amazing show. Amazing show. Say g'day, guys.
Hey, how's it going?
What's up?
Do you like the intro?
I love it.
Yeah, it was good, man.
Lots of time and effort that went into that. But anyway,
It came out good though. It's worth it.
Thank you very much. We've got lots of people here. We've got lots of people in here and messaging and stuff like that. Hey, and today I'm trying out for the first time again to stream over onto Twitch. So we're simulcast on Twitch at the moment. I don't know if you guys are simulcasting also to your channels, which is awesome if you do. And let me just go through a couple of these here. Anyone out there can see it anyway. I'll bring these up as we go. But yeah, shout out to everybody out there. Quick shout out to the Crypto Collective. I know that they're always on watching. And yeah, whoo, I'm pumped.
Saturday for us, Sunday for you, right, Danny?
Yeah, Sunday for me. My Sunday is always like I tell the wife, I'm sorry, I'm probably going to be like uncontactable for the rest of the day. I'm in the studio. And as you know, on my show, customary, I always do the Alak-Azuls. And I respect everyone that doesn't drink or whatever, but that's kind of customary on my show. So it usually starts with my Sunday mornings of like having a few shots, and then it extends on. And then after this, I normally go on a Zoom with people and then have meetings. And sometimes I'm here till like 9-10 o'clock my time.
Wow.
So it's like a 12-hour Sunday for me.
You really put the time in.
Oh, yeah. You know, and it's just exciting to come back because I took a break for like a year and a half. Not a break from crypto and all the investments and all of what I was doing, but just away from the public, public light. So, you know, it was just overwhelmed with messages every single day. And it just got to a point I've gone, nah, come on. This is passive income, supposedly passive income, but I'm sitting here like 18 hours a day.
Yeah.
So, you know, I thought, no, I'm going to ride off.
Step away.
Yeah. Took a step away, rode off into the sunset, went and, you know, spent time with family and friends and going and, well, during the pandemic, we were locked up for a couple of years, you know. So, you know, after that, it was like, hey, let's go out. Every weekend, we're here, there, everywhere. And it was great, you know. So there you go. So, Johnny and DeFi Diva, what's your story? I mean, I've watched you. I've watched a few of your streams and a few of your videos. And then I actually saw you the first time I saw you was on Crypto Fergie's.
Oh yeah, we love him. He's awesome.
Yeah, he's wanting to come on the show sometime too as well. But yeah, give us your story.
Yeah, so you know, we're sort of the we're newer to crypto, right? So we got it at the peak of the bull market, 2021, Bitcoin's all-time high, right? 69,000. You know, and everybody was flooding into crypto, and we sort of started on Robinhood, you know, buying like some Bitcoin on there, but not really knowing what it is. You know, watched the price go up a little bit, sold it right away. You know what I mean? Because we're new to investing.
We weren't educated at the time.
At all. And you know, you started going around, you start talking to people about it and stuff, and you're like, well, you're really not even in crypto if you're doing it on Robinhood, you know. So you sort of learn, like, you know, at the whole time too, they just listed like Dogecoin on Robinhood, so everybody was into that hype. And you know, so we bought some of that and then sold it, and then, you know, waited for the Saturday Night Live thing with Elon, and then ended up selling for a loss. So, you know, you start learning these lessons real quick in crypto, right? So we ended up getting over to Coinbase eventually. And then in November of 2021, we had this local group that did a NFT membership, and they had a DAO. And it was cool because they set us up with the MetaMask wallet, you know, where we actually started with DeFi. They were big on like Polygon. So we were taking and just getting some Polygon they set us up on KuCoin, and we were able to use our tokens and transfer them over to our MetaMask wallet, and that was in November of 2021. And but basically, that was a learning curve for us. We really didn't make. I was actually investing in some tokens that we really lost on. One was a kart racing league. It was supposed to be play to earn game, which was, they were comparing it to like Axie Infinity. Like this is going to be the big play to earn game, kart racing league. It's going to be the Mario Kart of DeFi and all this stuff. Mark Cuban even put $10,000 on this token.
Wow.
And it's like,
like this is gonna make it. This is gonna be the one.
Like this is gonna be our Dogecoin. So we went all in on that, and right now the token's actually beyond worthless. Like it's not even there's not even a price list for it anymore. It's, you go to CoinMarketCap and it's just a bunch of dashes.
Oh wow. Wow.
But, so we learned our tough lessons early. I hope but we ended up and we had a friend that's it's no secret, like we don't drink, we don't party anymore.
Yes.
Used to. You wouldn't have enough Alak-Azul for us, okay? We'd have that stuff all gone before, and then we'd be asking you, hey Dan, you better get out there and make some more. But
we put our time in. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
So we're coming up on 5 years sobriety.
Wow.
So it's awesome. We live a whole new life now,
That's awesome. Yeah.
Now eat healthy, just totally different.
Yeah.
Totally different.
No, that's great.
But we like it, we still have fun.
I say all that to say this. One of our friends that are in the program with us was actually in drip, and he was an early drip investor. And I knew he was in crypto, and he was coming to like meetings and stuff. He's like, I'm going to retire now. I'm giving my work a month's notice. I'm going full-time crypto. I'm like, man, how's he doing it? I'm investing in these tokens. I ain't making I'm losing money. How's he doing so well? So I checked, edging him on. What do you do? What are you in? We're in this, we're in that, and after a while he goes, well, if you got like 400 in Ethereum, I'll show you what I'm into. So at the time, like we were still DCAing into some layer 1 tokens, and she was holding some Ethereum, and I had some other tokens which I swapped out for Ethereum. He came over that night and he introduced us, and this was in January, and this is when he introduced us to drip. He goes, I'm in this protocol called drip, and it's a passive income ROI DApp that pays you every single day. He goes, this is what I'm going to do. I'll set you guys up. You got the 400, you put that in. I'll actually give you 100 tokens. So he gave us 100 tokens to start our,
which was a lot at that time.
Yeah. I don't, he's a huge in the drip ecosystem, like especially the start of his name. So he goes by Eternal Cryptoptimist.
Yeah.
He's a huge whale. And he came right to our house and everything, set us up with our drip wallets, 100 drip each. We started hydrating, and the rest is history, right? But the whole time we were riding drip the whole way down, So I think I just went on that My Drip network, and like our average drip price, token price is $20 a drip token still.
Yeah.
So that's like tells you like we were just DCAing hard, like trying to get our our bags up, the whole time, and we just kept hydrating, and this is something like, I mean, I don't want to go too far into the story yet, but to all of the people in crypto, don't ever plan on future profits, okay? Because we were in our head, we're using that what's it? The one with the calculator. DripFi, DripFi.app. We're going in there. We're doing all the calculations. Well, if Drip's at 150 today, shit, by September, it's probably going to at least be $500 anyways. We're putting all the numbers and stuff.
We're planning the whole future.
And if that's the case, we're going to be making about $1,500 a day. We got all these things. We had all these plans figured out and stuff, and we're going to quit our jobs, and we're going to move down to Florida and right off into the sunset, right, Daddy? But everybody knows what happened. But we still made things worked out the way they did. We did semi-retire for a minute, but I ended up going back to work. I do construction, asbestos demolition. Okay. I've been doing it for 22 years, so it's not like they took me right back in open arms. It's like so I've been back to work now for some time. She used to be a dental assistant.
Yeah.
Okay. So she got done, and she's sort of just still doing crypto full time. But with us, we go Crypto Unlimited 22, home of the double deuce, where we double down. Is that we both, like, that whole point was we both have our own wallets. She has all her own accounts. I have all my own accounts.
It's like when this all started, I was like, this is the time to do it. Because I knew that if like I took a back seat on this, that he would be like way ahead of me. And then I would just want to get in anyway. So I'm just like, I'm going to buckle down. I'm going to learn with him. We'll learn together. And I wanted all my own accounts. I'm like, you know what I mean? I didn't want to get left behind. So I'm like, I want in, So I was super excited.
Yeah. You just don't stop. Once you're in, you just keep going, and going and going, Yeah. So we'll get back to that.
Yeah.
Yep.
DeFi crypto boss. Brother, I know you don't really need an introduction. Everyone out there knows you. But give us your word.
You want from the beginning or my drip journey?
Up to you, man. Up to you.
Okay. I started crypto about 7 years ago, around that time frame. I knew about crypto when Bitcoin was around $14. My coworker told me about it, and he was like, "Hey, let's put 1,000 in." And I thought it was a scam. I was like, "Digital currency? What is this? It probably could be hacked and stuff like that." So I never got into it. Then years later, we had that pump up, went up to 20,000. My boy hit me back up. He's like, "Yo, we could have been millionaires." And I was like, "Yeah." So after that happened, right before that happened, I was getting into crypto a little bit. I put in some in Litecoin, Ethereum, like the top 50 coins and stuff. Got into that, made a little bit of money, not great money, but a decent amount. Then crypto went up, took some profits, then it went back down. Then we hit the pandemic, and then I bought some during the pandemic era, made a little bit of money on some smaller coins, but it wasn't enough to retire. And I remember at one point I was like, why am I seeing all these people retiring? Why am I seeing all these people making all this kind of money? I'm not. And then I was like, man, I heard about staking and everything like that. So I was just like, hey, let me start looking it up. Then I found Aave, and people were staking Aave, making a ton of money on Aave. So I was like, let me try it out.
You can swear if you want to.
Okay. Making money on Aave. And then I came across Drip. And I think one of the first, I don't remember the first guy I found, but I remember when the second guy was Jamie, Passive Income. He did a video, and then I was like, oh my God, this thing is great. So I waited a little bit. I got in officially in November of 2021. So I got in, I saw how much money he was making. Then I came across all these other drip videos, Stunner Breezy making all kinds of money. So I got in, I think drip was around in the 20s. And I sold almost all my crypto portfolio and put it into drip. I said, this is it, man. I'm about to retire next year. This is it. I made money on drip. I've already ROI'd. I've made money. I've recruited people. Everyone under my team are people I personally know. I recruited people, and I ROI'd, and I'm in profits. But the reason why I kind of started Drip 21 is because a lot of people that did get it under me got in when drip was above $100. And the people I've got in, they've thrown in over 100,000, a couple of them. And time, since it's done its run up, they got in and they're like, yo, what's going on? We trusted you. What's going on? We're not making money. And then so after I was like, just wait. It's going to go back up. It's going to go back up. But drip kept on falling. And this is what motivated me to come up with Drip 21, because I felt, I don't want to say obligated, but I felt bad for recruiting people in it. They're not making money, especially throwing over 100K.
Yes.
And so this is where, listen to all the FUD in the chats, listen to all this. I was like, you know what? Let me try to do something. And I'm a big gambler. I love going to the casino. And I was like, man, the casino always makes money. No matter what. Pandemic hit, I went to the casino, it was packed. It doesn't matter what's going on. There's a snowstorm. It doesn't matter. People are playing at the casino. So one day I just sat down and I talked to, I know this might be, some people might not like it, but I talked to Drip Coach, and I talked to one developer, and I gave them my ideas. They're like, hey, just run with it. And I did. And I sat down and I was searching for devs. It took me a while. Then I found a small team, and now we're working. So that's it.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's nice to see. Like, we've all come from different things, and you know, but here we are. Drip has been an amazing, well, literally a godsend for me in the past couple of years. Obviously, I'm retired from it because of it, and still retired to this day because of it. You know, because I was able to strategize and do things with the money that you know, that I earned from it. I always say to people, and I know there's people out there that are going to disagree, but I always say to people, take profits along the way.
Yeah.
Okay. And yes, it's Maxis out there. Shout out to all of you. Love all of you. I know you're building your bags, and that's an absolutely great strategy. But I look at it in a couple of other ways. I have certain bags that's all I do. All I do is just compound on those. Then I have other bags that I use for my daily, you know, other accounts I use for my daily living. And again, I live off it. So I do that. I have other accounts which are there specifically for like my family holidays, accounts for my children's tuition fees, you know, generative wealth, which has also been brought up a few times in the stream as well. So it's not just about me and my immediate family now, but it's for my future generations, generational wealth. Sorry. Yeah. For the future of, you know, my family and my kids and my kids' kids and however many generations from here on. So, you know, it's fantastic, but also, yeah, you have to diversify into other things.
Right.
Okay. Super bullish on drip. Always have been, always will be. I know it's still going to, you know, be making a good comeback. I don't think it'll go to all-time highs like, you know, where we experienced. And I know people say it's 198 or something. I saw it hit 201, and I actually claimed on 201 and sold.
Ooh, wait.
But yeah, you know, taking profits along the way has been great. And I got in on day one, and I didn't get in on pre-sale. I got in on day one, and I got in at $7.70.
Oh wow!
Right. So, but the funds I used to get into it is funds I earned from other crypto, and then just transferred it over. So there you go. Now,
awesome.
Yeah, it's been an amazing road, and you know, it still is. It's enjoy the journey. It's not so much just about a destination, you know. Enjoy the journey. So that's all I can say. Not financial advice, everyone out there.
You know, it's funny though, Danny. Like, I watched some of your older videos and stuff, but you know, it seemed like even like back then, you guys weren't really even certain what was going to happen next. You know what I mean? I don't think anybody was under the impression at that time that drip would have been so big or anything. Like, everybody's like, now, would you say it was like harder back then, or like now, as far as the belief and the conviction and the forward momentum of where we're going next?
No, well, I think the important thing is we have a history. Okay. Yeah. And back then it was a hard grind. If you didn't have the big money to come in it in the beginning, it was a really hard grind. I think I started with like 19 coins, you know, back then. And obviously I added to it and strategized to make it a lot bigger than that. But the fact that we've got a history and, you know, never been hacked, over $2 billion worth of transactions now, etc. Anyone that's coming into it as a newbie, as long as they've got a good person or good team to guide them, I don't think they're going to have any problem. Okay, personally. Someone that has been around for a long time and have just seen drip now, they can then look at the history and go, okay, we're in the middle of a bear market. This thing's still putting out 1% every single day. Yeah. When the bull run starts again, people are going to go, what survived the bear?
Yes.
A lot of eyes are going to come back onto drip. So I really think that, you know, things like what DeFi Crypto Boss are doing, and also myself and my partners, like creating utilities and additional things for drip. Great time to do it. Yeah. I kind of wish we started it like a year ago, you know?
Sure.
And, you know, keep adding to it. But I still, you know, I think there's a lot of good community sentiment amongst all the other FUD and shit that's going on out there at the moment. But usually that FUD and stuff is usually coming from people that actually don't understand. Right? It's a lack of education.
Absolutely.
And just to elaborate on that, I mean, this is the first bear market that the DeFi space has ever seen, correct?
I wouldn't say that. I've been through a couple already, and it usually happens around May, right? Because I remember the first time with drip. Drip started April 2021 and went great, and then May came along and everything just dumped. Everything just dumped, and so that was kind of a bear. It was a short-lived bear, but I still believe it was a bear. And then to see where it was like 4 or 5 weeks of nothing. It dropped back down to like $2, and then there was nothing going on. There was no word from anybody in the community. It was just like silent. And then people started talking again, and then it started coming up, and so that was around May. And then the following year, May, same thing.
Right.
but the thing you can consider about like the bear markets, usually when you have a bear market, when it comes back into a bull, the bull stays for 3 times longer than what the bear did.
Yeah.
So very pumped for that. So and I know Irene's out there, and she knows she's prepared for the bear market. So the bull run again, hopefully next year. And yeah.
It's
so
awesome.
There you go. That's my take.
Yeah, shout out to the stream last week you did with the ladies of Faucet. That was
that,
really good.
Yeah. Love that.
Shout out to all the girls. They were working hard, and they had a lot of good alpha, man, in that stream. I was like blown away, especially the likes of Irene. Like she really, I had no idea, for real. I had no idea.
Yeah.
But now Drip 21, that's going to be, that's not coming out anytime soon, right? We're going to take your time, do it right?
Yeah, it's we're projecting it to come out by year's end. There's no promises. Things could change. Right now, we are working on the contracts for Drip 21. Like I said, we have a small team. I only have one real developer that's writing the code. Mm-hmm. So, I don't have a team like Forex who has multiple devs, right? We just have one. So he's working, he's busting his ass. And I have another group where they're making the graphics design for everything. And I have an overall editor, I guess, someone that puts everything together. And I'm just the creator, right? I thought about the whole game theory and stuff like that. And sooner or later, once DDD launches, we're going to start marketing it real hard. But as of right now, I kind of wanted to step back. Just wait till DDD launches and just wait. Because right now, I have nothing to offer. We're just showing bits and pieces. So I don't want to get people too hyped up. And then they're like, yo, what's going on, blah, blah, blah. So I kind of just kept it hush. I wanted to bring it out there to the community just to let people know we're working on it. But that's about it. Nothing major for marketing right now.
Yeah, with any development, again, from our side of things, obviously we're developers as well, and we totally understand, man. Like, I won't put a hard date on the stuff that we're doing at all, because it adds an extra layer of pressure on there as well. I mean, anything can happen. I think I mentioned I think it was on the stream that we were on yesterday with Bigwig. Big shout out to Bigwig. Conspiracy theories. We're going to be doing that again with him next week. That was freaking awesome. But yeah, I think I mentioned it on there. With us, we've got a team of in-house devs, obviously, because we're doing more than one project. We're doing multiple projects, our own projects and projects for other people as well. So, but when you've got your lead dev that's working on our particular project, and his wife's ready to drop their baby within the next few days. She's already, going into labor, I think, at the moment. So, that puts a thing that slows down progress. And these things are just, they're unavoidable. It'll happen. And, unfortunately, we have a good team, but I can't go and pull someone off this other project and bring them over to here to try to speed up this process. I'd much rather take a step back and go, okay, well, if we have to delay it, we have to delay it. Okay. And it's just one of those things. That's the game. When you're trying to develop something, there's always, the possibility of this coming up and that coming up, and trying to put hard dates on it is really you can't do it, man. You can't do it. I mean, we haven't even launched our Telegram group yet. I know you have, Crypto Boss, man. I know you have, but I mean, for our side of things, I'm flat out just keeping up with the chats that I'm in already.
It's a lot.
Well, the thing is that obviously, you're in that space, you're in that community, and you've got other YouTubers and things like that that are out there, and they're shouting out to you. So you've got to go and watch all those videos as well. I mean, I love watching the videos, but just in case you miss some kind of an acknowledgement or a shout out or something like that, you have to watch it, right? And great content, and I love spending my time doing that. But if I'm doing that, having to, yes, I can get mods and admins into the Telegram groups, but being the main dev anyway, like the main guy, you've still got to go in and be part of it, you know, and you can relate to that as, you know, Crypto Boss, you got to be able to relate to that too. So the amount of time that goes into that is time that pulls you away from doing the other stuff that you need to do, you know, to get the projects out. So yeah.
I mean, people think crypto is like you know, a part-time job, which it's all of a part-time job. You know what I mean? Once you get learning it and you get going on it and stuff, and like if you're serious about it, what's the most important thing is what? Education, right? Well, to get that research and education knowledge, you got to really be putting in the time, you know, whether it's just watching YouTube videos, you know, being in Telegram, stuff like that, you know, that's very time consuming, and but you want to be in the loop, right? You want to be tapped in, tuned in, and turned on, you know, and be up to date with everything, because you never know where the next opportunity is going to be, you know. Absolutely. And we want to make sure that we're up on our game, you know. So being in crypto, I would say, is equivalent to having all of a part-time job. And for a lot of people, it is a full-time job. It's
full time. Well, it is for me. I tell you, it is for me. Powerful. And as customary, I got to drink to that. Alak-Azul to everyone that's out there. Right.
Cheers.
I was waiting for somebody to say something in the comments like, "Oh, you haven't had your drink yet." Right. So that's the start. I've left it. Okay, it's 10 o'clock my time, so that's a good time to start.
There you go.
Oh, look, it's been so great to come back again, like after taking some time off, and amazing, like to know that people still remembered me. Right? It's just it touches the heart, you know. And I think that's great.
When did you start your YouTube channel?
Actually, it's been quite a few years, but I really wasn't focused on it, and I think it was around about July or August 2021 where I took the direction of crypto. Okay, on my YouTube channels, and you know, I've had Forex Shark on my streams, and I helped Brandon do his first live stream. You know, he and I were the first guys that were doing lives on Drip. So, you know, we've had Kelly on here. We've had people from other protocols, like we've had, you know, Gangster Finance and a few other ones along the way. We've had ARC recently. So, yeah, it was quite a few years ago. And, you know, just this time around, I've been back for, I don't know, 6 weeks, 7 weeks or something. And it's just been crazy. It's amazing. You know, I think if I'd stuck with it for all that time, right, like, you know, we would have a lot more followers.
You'd probably be up to 20K by now.
Yeah, you know, but again, that was never really my intent. You know, it was never really my intent with this channel. And I say this all the time because it does come up. It was never about me using the channel to build teams or put myself out there as an influencer. It was actually just presenting a platform for other people to come on and talk about their things.
That's awesome.
And, you know, that's really what it's about. You know, I do have a huge team, great teams, you know, and that generally just started with word of mouth and then jumping onto Zoom meetings and, you know, helping people here, helping people there. And it just got to a point where it was just like, I couldn't manage it anymore. There's just way too many people. So yeah, it was crazy. So and that hence stepping away for a while. You know, it was just too much. There's only so much you can do in a day.
Sure.
So, but yeah, but that's enough about me. I want to get back to all of you guys. Right? I know that DCB. I know you're going to be dropping an alpha today, or you're dropping an alpha. I'm not going to push you to do it right now. It's entirely up to you when you do it. But
if we got on the topic of Drip 21, I will. Unless you want to talk about Drip 21 right now.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right.
You know what? because I was late. I'm going to drink to that as well.
Now you got really
21 Alak-Azul.
Round 2.
Woo!
Go for it, brother.
All right, so I'm assuming most people know what Drip 21 is, how it works. Basically, So basically, you start off. It's just blackjack, and the only thing I did was give it a little twist. There's a side bet called dripping. The side bet you could play. Only way to win the side bet is to get 20s. Your first 2 cards have to add 20. If you win, you get a certain amount of tickets that goes into a raffle. And when the side bet accumulates to the total amount of side bets accumulates to max wallet, one winner just randomly gets selected in a raffle and they get airdropped a max wallet, right? So that's why I call it Drip 21. So other than that, you could also, some people might not know, you could also play with drip. Our initial game is just with B&B, but we also are going to implement that you can play with drip, but you don't get the drip sent to your wallet. It gets airdropped to your Faucet contract. So if you bet 1,000 drip, you win, you get 2,000 back, but it gets airdropped to your Faucet contract. So this doesn't create sell pressure, right? So that's just the basis of. So what we added was the NFTs, and this is where the kind of alpha is coming in. As of right now in the light paper, the NFTs, basically there's different tiers from tier 1 to tier 6, 2 to 10s, jack, queens, kings, aces, and jokers. Each tier has a different value. Basically, the higher their tier, the more value it is, the more of the pool share that you have. So right now, currently the pool share is 20%. So if you're an NFT holder, you get to be essentially part of the house. So you get a percentage of all winnings. Now, one of our guys in our team came up to me just last week and it was like, dude, I have an idea. How about we add a bonus to the NFTs to create buy pressure? And I was like, what do you mean? I think just buying it is good enough. You're going to be part of the house. He's like, no, think about this. So here's the alpha. We're going to give extra bonuses, increase your prize pool share if you have a certain type of hand. So like, let's say you have 4 7s, a 4 of a kind. You have an increased share of the pool. So instead of it just having 4 tier 1s, which is going to be $1,000 each, $4,000, and just having that amount in the share, because you have a 4 of a kind, you're going to get an extra bonus. How much that is right now, we haven't done the math yet, but that's what it's going to be. So we're going to have like full house, straights, flushes, 4 of a kind, et cetera, et cetera. So what else this does is this actually brings a gamification to having the NFTs. Now, as an NFT owner, let's say I have 3 7s. One of you guys have a 7. I want that extra 7 so I could get an extra bonus. So now we trade, but you could tell me like, hey, it's worth 1,000, but hey, you really want it? I might sell to you for 2,000 because you're going to get this extra bonus. Right. So it just makes people start trading. And just to give it a bit more fun, just to add a game to it. So that's what we're going to do. That's the alpha. We're going to add an extra bonus for each hand that you have. Yeah, for the
you
NFTs.
heard it first here, guys.
Wow. So let's just reiterate. So if you collect the NFTs, they're 1,000 a piece. You can collect them, and then basically, by the time you get 4 or 5 cards, you can create your hand like a poker hand.
Correct. Yes, we're going by poker hands. Now, the 1,000 is just depends on the tier, right? So I haven't done all the math yet, but yeah, doesn't matter what tier you have. If you have a poker hand, you get an extra bonus because not all the cards are worth the same. So 2 to 10 is worth 1,000. Jacks are worth 10,000. Queens are 25,000, I believe. King is 50. Aces are 100,000, I believe, and then jokers are 250,000 each. Wow. So we did a poll in the Drip 21 Telegram chat, and there are a couple people, and I have an idea who that are willing to buy the Joker, which is 250,000. But the NFTs are limited, so we're not gonna just be busting out hundreds and hundreds of cards. No. They're gonna be limited. So there's only going to be 2 jacks. There's only going to be 4 aces, 4 kings, et cetera, et cetera. So we're going to try to increase the buy pressure and the demand for certain cards for the extra bonuses.
Nice.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Absolutely. I'm going to put this up. Irene again. Yeah, everybody start drip. Yeah, do it. Please, please, please do that. And I got to answer this. All right. Danny drinking blue raspberry Kool-Aid.
Shout out to KK.
No, and you'll have to watch my other streams to know more about that. But people say to me, you know, like, what's in it? What the hell is in that blue drink, that Alak-Azul that you're drinking? And I'll tell you what, I've got Papa Smurf tied up out the back of my house. And I beat him up every day when I need to get some more. Basically, it's like KFC's 11 secret herbs and spices. It's not going out there. You know, there's what I can tell you is that there's 4 main ingredients that go into it, and all of those 4 are actually made in different distilleries. All made in different distilleries, and they come back to one processing plant. So I'm actually the only one that has the full recipe.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Right. So, and then when we do release that, we're looking at 8 to 12 months away before we actually release that on the global market. Obviously, there's lots of issues. There's lots of legal issues we've got to go through. But the idea at this point is, obviously things may change, but the idea at this point, the first 2,000 bottles that go out, there's going to be 5 bottles within that first 2,000 bottles. And that's globally, that will have a physical token underneath the lid. And if you are the lucky person to find one of those 5 out of the 2,000, that's $10,000 worth of Alak-Azul token when we launch the protocol.
Oh, that's so cool.
It's like Willy Wonka.
I love it.
Like Willy Wonka. Yeah.
That's a great idea. Good luck with that.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. I've been working on it since 2018. So, you know, it's going to be quite amazing. And it's going to have the Alak-Azul ecosystem, cryptocurrency, where the price of the currency is supported by a physical beverage product on the outside.
Awesome.
Nice.
And you're looking to develop a whole ecosystem, metaverse and all, right?
It's already being developed. Yeah, metaverse and everything like that. And there's different levels. There's different levels to it. You're going to have an NFT game. You have the metaverse. You have like the DApp. Obviously, I'm not going to go into all the details of it, but you can work your way up through the levels, and you can actually come in with $0 to begin with. But when you work yourself up to the top tier, the actual top tier, you become a physical shareholder in the actual Alak-Azul drink as well.
Wow,
Nice.
Cool.
That's cool.
So, yeah, but you can't just buy that position. You've got to work your way up to the position. So, it's limited.
Right.
So, there you go. So that's the answer about the blue drinks. No, it is not Kool-Aid.
Not Kool-Aid.
That's great.
That's awesome.
Yeah, there's a whole marketing thing that's coming with it. We're looking at Alak-Azul Island as well, because we're dealing with some people over here now which have islands over here, and Alak-Azul resorts, bars, hotels. It's pretty crazy. It's a huge project.
Wow.
Boy, we're so humbled to be in front of you great developers.
I know, right?
We're so humbled. We're just ordinary people.
We are.
We really are.
Just living our crypto journey here.
So am I. Actually, I'm the one that lives out in the sticks, you know. just come up with ideas and then have to bring people together to actually make it happen. Same as you, DCB, man. I'm just going to say DCB, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Same thing. You know, you can't do it on your own. You have to bring people in, you know, and no man or woman is an island. So it's a combined thing. And you say, you know, you just come up with the ideas. And I'm pretty similar. I come up with ideas, but yes, I can read code. And I was a coder way back in the day, but I choose not to do that anymore. I'm more about operations and logistics and you know, looking at the ideas and then presenting those ideas to the devs and the marketing people, etc. And then working with them to actually bring this together. You know, I can't do it on my own. It's impossible for me to do it on my own. You know, again, we're not just looking at the crypto side. The whole marketing and distribution and everything of this, right? And
it's a real world business. Yeah.
It is. It's a real world business. Everything like the merchandise and stuff like that. I mean, I've got these little. I don't have a sample in here right now, But you can imagine sitting at a table with your friends, whether it be in a bar or whether it be at your house or whatever, and you've got this particular merch. It's a little stand that you sit the bottle on, and it's got a few shot glasses around it and stuff, and it's all lit up. And what happens is that it actually emits a light from underneath the bottle, and it puts a hologram of the Alak-Azul logo in the middle of the bottle.
Oh my God.
That's so cool.
That is sick.
Yeah.
That's like something you see in Vegas or something.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So, these are all the things that we're putting into place. And again, I've been working on it since 2018.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's going to be quite amazing. But again, enough about me. Let's get back to you guys.
Well, in a sense, like after a while, we started our YouTube channel, and it was sort of the same reason. Like a little bit it was like, okay, we want to get our name out there and build a team.
Right.
But in the same sense, we really just we're passionate about teaching people about this.
Yes.
Like it's a biggest part of our whole thing is education, right? So like, because here's the thing, here's the biggest problem that needs to be solved in crypto and DeFi is to just get the normal person in crypto and DeFi, to bridge everyday normal people, the unbanked, and get them into crypto and DeFi where they can become their own bank, learn how to transact, learn how to, to interact and be in the cryptocurrency. So, that's where we come in passionate about starting a channel.
Yeah. And we did start like a local meetup, right? So like we wanted to do like something where like we just went to our local Panera Bread, it's called. It's like a coffee shop. And then we would try to get new people in and teach them. Set up their Coinbase account, MetaMask, all of that. And then if they wanted to get into like Drip or ARC or anything that we were into, then, we would leave it up to them. We would tell them, their options and, and it's just something we've been doing and we enjoy it. We love it.
It's about educating people without selling them on something.
Right.
Exactly.
You saw the video with what is crypto and
I love that video. It's so good.
That's our thing. That's Blocks Media with Crypto Lucky, who had I'm guessing he had a pretty crazy night last night. So that's why he's not on the stream today. Right. But that's the thing that we're doing with Blocks Media is really bringing crypto back out into the streets. Okay. Educating people, the no coiners, the people that know nothing about it, taking them from knowing zero and then understanding what blockchain is, what cryptocurrency is, the different types, what staking is, and all of that. And then, once they understand that, then they're armed with knowledge to actually enter this space.
Yeah.
All right. Because there's so many people that are coming to this space that have zero knowledge. And then that's where you get the questions like, oh, what's happening to the price? Or, am I losing money? Is this going to crash? Is this going to die? But if you can understand a little bit of what it is that's going on and how it works and what blockchain is, super important blockchain. People need to understand blockchain. And my boy Crypto Lucky's finally here.
Oh,
and
all right.
Lucky! Brother.
Yo, hold on. I can't hear you.
That's what happens when you had such a big night. You can't hear us. We can say anything about him right now. You know what, man? You look like you've just been out.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
We can hear you.
Oh, there.
There you are.
What's going on, guys?
What's up?
How are you?
Oh, man.
We were just talking about
Good
you.
morning. What's that?
We were just talking about you.
No.
Your ears must have been burning, bro.
Oh, jeez. My eyes are like bloodshot. I'm trying to wake up. I had a bunch of friends come over. Well, they're visiting here, right? So I had to take them out last night. A little taste of the Philippine nightlife is, dangerous.
Bro, you've got that bottle sitting beside you. Hey, look at this. Shot for being late, Crypto Lucky.
Oh, jeez. I don't know.
You gotta bite the dog that bit you.
Oh, God.
I'll do it for you, brother. Alak-Azul.
Thanks, bro. New coffee, Alak-Azul.
Alak-Azul.
Wow.
We're with you.
So brother, we've just been talking about. We had the alpha drop, awesome, and we'll revisit that again in a bit. You missed it,
Okay.
and you didn't come in with your tinfoil hat, or
Nice.
And then now we're just talking a bit about education, and obviously we've just talked about Blocks Media, and just so for the guys that didn't see it, I'm going to play it one more time right now. There you go. Shameless plug. Shameless plug.
You should play that like every 10 minutes, just like Bitboy does with Steak.
Oh man! But the thing is, it's an exciting project. I mean, it's Crypto Lucky's brainchild, right? It's his thing, and I just support him with it, and we grow it together now. But and you guys are doing similar things where you are now. I know Brandon, Drip Guide, DeFi Guide. Big shout out to you, brother. I did send him an invite to join, so he may pop in. I don't know. But he's also expressed interest in doing something similar. Okay. And that's something that we can definitely explore. Hey, Blocks Media worldwide. Tap into it, right?
Yeah.
Tap into it. If you guys want to use it as well, hey, we're more than happy to discuss that. Lucky, what do you reckon?
Why not just join them, right?
Okay. No. We get very passionate about that side of things because it's all about education.
Us too.
Yeah,
Us too, because
Absolutely.
you see the horror stories of people giving out their seed phrases, losing their wallets.
It.
It's just crazy.
I
No one
hate
should have to
that.
go through that.
No.
Yeah.
And it's really a lack of education. It's like people come in here and they think they're going to get rich quick, and they're willing to roll the dice on anything and just hit anything. You know what I mean? It's just crazy.
Yeah.
People get them dollar bill signs in their eyes, and they don't take the time to learn. And that's what it's really about. I'm almost glad. We came in, like we were talking earlier, sharing some of our story, Crypto Lucky.
Yeah.
And I think it was the artist formerly known as Lucky DeFi. Is that correct?
That's right.
Yo, there you go.
Yeah. So we came in at the top of the market, and we rode it all the way down. But in a sense, we were saying we had to learn from our mistakes,
Yes.
and it was a lot of learning experiences. But at this whole time, I wouldn't change nothing because we had to learn, and it's like you come in.
Thank God we had like a mentor too.
Yeah.
The Eternal Crypt Optimist, like he.
I actually have a wallet under him.
And it's like we had some people to look up to, and just shoot a message like, "Hey, what do you think about this?" You know what I mean? Because sometimes what we think might be a good idea might not be. You know what I mean? So it's always good to bounce it off someone else sometimes.
Yes.
Shout out again to Brandon, the Drip guy.
Yes, we love him.
He's a wicked, really good guy. I mean,
Yeah.
we're not, we're like, I don't know, maybe getting close to 600, 700 subscribers, something like that. But, Drip guy, he's came on our stream time and time again. We do the same deal you guys do. We do a live stream every week. We talk about crypto and DeFi because we're passionate about crypto and DeFi, and we want to educate. We talk about what we're in, exactly what we're doing, not financial advice, of course, but these are some of the different things you can be doing in this space, and he's been really helping us out. He usually comes almost every week to our stream and helps us out. Crypto Badgers, buy these dips. Shout out to him. Jishan Vanquish, he's another regular. Crypto Fergie, we already mentioned, and a lot of other people too, like in the ArcFi community. We've been able to have this stream every week with reoccurring guests and some new guests here and there, and it's just been a blessing. It's been amazing. We do a little crypto giveaway every week and stuff. It's just a lot of fun. It really is for us, and it's grown, and it's so amazing to see how you can get started in this space and meet the people that you meet and surround yourself with like-minded people, and how easy it is to do it nowadays. It's sort of like COVID. It was a blessing and a curse, but now look at all the people that got to learn how to use their computer more and learn how to use Zoom, and, what I mean, and get familiar with the technology and stuff. And really, that really boosted the markets too, right? With all the stimulus and people getting it easy on, we talked about Robinhood and stuff like that. People want to be investors now. I think that's so awesome. And the way AI is coming about, and all the technology, it's like a one-way street. This is the next thing. You need to learn this stuff and adapt to what's coming, And that's why we really grew to liking Alak-Azul. Even that commercial, and when you guys talk about just teaching, and you got Crypto Lucky at the whiteboard,
man.
Going out there to really try to train people and show them what's up. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Same thing with DeFi Crypto Boss, going out there and taking a chance by creating something that's going to be a utility for the community. There's just amazing people in this space, and it's just so proud to be a part of it. Very humbled. So thank you guys.
Well, thank you.
Yeah,
thank you. I mean, seriously. And my apologies, I haven't jumped on your stream yet. Obviously, the timing is one of those things, But I promise I will very, very soon.
Absolutely.
Just be prepared that I'm going to come and create some havoc on there.
Yeah, most definitely. And what I do, I'll just send the link to you every week, and if you see it, jump on. That's all.
Man. I'll do my best to jump over there, but I will definitely. I promise I'll jump over there.
Absolutely.
You guys too, Crypto Lucky, DeFi Crypto Boss. I just joined your group today with the Drip 21. DM me, I'll start sending you a link. You guys come on, talk about crypto, man. We just love to hang out, talk about crypto.
That's cool.
And we're open-minded, we don't, we're not one way or another. We just like if you tell me about some token that you like and we've never heard of it before, we're gonna give you a chance to explain yourself. That's just the way it is.
Absolutely. I'm actually, just in regards to that, I know there's this show has always been a big part of the content has always been drip. Okay, because that's where I've started when I was doing these streams. But again, I'm open to so many things. I'm actually I've been in DMs with Wes Long. I don't know if you're out there watching, brother, but Wes Long, Wesley Long, he has another token which is called the Fate token, F.A.T.E, Fate token. I hope I got that right. But I'm looking at having him come onto the stream hopefully next week. Okay, so he can talk about that. I mean, they've just done a relaunch, and it went from $200 to $800 or something in the space of 2 weeks. So I'm really interested to find out more about that. We've been in DMs. I've chatted with him in Zoom, but I'm not going to go into all the details with that. I'll wait till he comes on the show. And there's so many projects out there. There's amazing projects, but there's some shit projects as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Which brings me to the point of FTR movement. Okay, which is another one which you may or may not have heard of. Irene's in the chat there. I know she knows about the FTR token, FTR movement. Sorry, not the FTR token, FTR movement. And on that, I'm going to play that one more time, and then we can talk about it a little bit more. That was just shaking my whole office because I got 2,000 watt speakers sitting here. It's like, boom, boom. I'll have to adjust the volumes on those. But yeah, FTR movement is basically something that we're involved in. It FTR is fuck the rug. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. To the people out there that don't like swearing, but just too bad.
Yeah.
fuck the rug. It's fuck the rug movement, and it's basically it's a movement where people are standing up and saying, "Hey, I'm sick of getting rug pulled."
Yeah.
Okay, I'm so sick of getting rug pulled.
Right.
And so basically, the fuck the rug movement. There's website launchings, Telegram group launching, etc. And basically, it's a community driven project where people can present certain projects, and there's going to be certain criteria that these projects should meet. It's going to be impossible that these projects will ever reach like 5 check marks or whatever. Or, you know, there's always going to be something that's there that that may not meet in the criteria, but it's then up to the community to say, okay, this is something that's been brought up. Let's look into it. And we're inviting people to look into it and go, okay, it meets this check mark, but this one it doesn't. So let's analyze that and say, why doesn't it? Okay. And basically it's an education platform as well, where people can go, all right, hey, I'm going to get into something, but I'm going to go and check it on FTR movement first.
I love that.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing. And so what it is though, it's not a platform where people can just go and fud about a project. If you've got something negative to say about a project, bring evidence.
Yeah.
Right.
Bring evidence, right? This is constructive criticism or constructive analysis. So it also presents a platform for the actual dev to then come out and say, hey, no, this is what you're saying, but this is the reasoning behind that. This is the reasoning behind that. This is the reasoning behind that. So it's a beautiful platform that allows people to, you know, discuss the pros and cons. But at the end of the day, I mean, there's going to be projects out there which are just like obvious rug pulls, right?
Yeah.
And then the community can say, well, you know what, this is just shit. And they can say that, okay? But they've got to bring evidence to support why they think it's that way. But then you've got these other projects where you've got the devs that are actually doing the right thing, but there's something maybe missing in their code or something that they overlooked or whatever. And then the community can get behind them and help support them to actually bring it to the surface and go, hey, you know, this isn't a rug pull. Let's band together and help these people that have legit intention to make it work. I mean, I imagine the FTR movement having people in there that are devs, marketing people, et cetera, and then that could be an opportunity for a dev to come in and say, you know what, I think you're doing the right thing. Let me help you out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that's a great concept for sure.
Yeah, you guys got a lot of irons in the fire.
And that's what's going to make DeFi better, right? If we keep improving, educating, right?
Yep.
We want to make the space friendly. We don't want all these rug pulls.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's right. Yep. And there's so many elements to a project, and people that are in the space have different mindsets and different expertise and knowledge and experience where they could help contribute to that one project. I mean, some people are really good at doing probity and due diligence on backgrounds of people, you know, who are in the space. Again, I always say reputation is based on what you've done, not what you can do. And so there are some devs out there, solid devs that have been there ever since, you know, that are building on their project. Does that mean that the project is 100% safe? Nothing really is. There's always going to be some quirks about certain projects. But if the intent is pure, and you know, even if how many people have we seen, or how many people we've seen out there launching projects who have doxed themselves, yet they still rug, right? And rug means multiple things. It doesn't mean that they actually take out the liquidity and that's it and run away. And that's common, right? We've experienced that 2019, with a bunch of, on the Tron network too. It was really bad. Almost every day you could experience,
absolutely.
But there are some people that there may be a possible exploit in the code, right?
Yep.
The dev could have pure intentions, but he didn't have the right people around him or the community around him to say, hey, take a look at this. You got to watch out for that, right? And so hopefully the devs in this space can help contribute and look at a project and say, look at the mechanics, you look at the architecture. I mean, this is if the dev is willing to do that. Most devs are not. So it's going to be a challenge. It'll be fun and interesting to see how the community interacts. and it's about a collaboration, not compete.
Yeah.
Right?
Collaboration, not compete. And you know, Lucky and I talk about this all the time. I mean, it's obvious. Again, I'm not going to do any more talking about it, but right, we talk about this every day, and we go, okay, bro, people are going to analyze what we're doing. Drip pot luck. Okay, they're going to analyze it. But you know what? We welcome that. And DCB, brother,
Yes, please.
you're going to have the same. You're going to have the same, man. I mean, you know, Drip 21 may come up on FTR movement. It may. Yeah. Which is, again, it's actually a beautiful thing, because if you're a person of integrity and you know that what you're doing is legit, welcome it. Right? Yeah. Welcome it. Let people analyze it. The only people that are going to run away from it is someone that's actually hiding something. Yeah. Yeah. You know, so even with the projects that we're doing, hey, come at us. Do it. Maybe we've overlooked something. Yes. You're actually helping us by saying this. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
And that's the beautiful thing about the FTR movement, fuck the rug movement, right?
I love it.
We want to create a safe space for people.
Right. And we've seen how well community goes now, right? How well community goes a long way now, you know, like it's not like it used to be, right? So now it's like the community is alert and aware. So once you get everybody together and you're looking at things, you know, it's going to go a long way when you're looking at some of these projects where people are trying to just do a quick pull the wool over your eyes and then just pull the rug out from underneath you. You know, it's like, all right, no, that's not going to happen. We're not going to allow you to do that to people anymore. And that's a powerful thing, right?
Yeah.
So now
absolutely.
You know, and that's what this space needs, because so many people are just hearing horror stories all the time. You know, and that's what's going to keep the masses hesitant from getting into decentralized finance, in my opinion.
Yeah, you know? Absolutely. You know, again, like, for example, and I am going to bring it up, and I don't care. There's going to be people that will say shit about it. But for example, ArcFi. Okay, I'm in ArcFi. All right. You know, something I really love about that, although the prices come down, those guys are out there every day. They're still out there. They're still doing the podcast. They haven't run away.
No.
Right? They're experiencing some issues, but they are still out there. I mean, we had Atlas and Brett on our stream a few weeks ago, and man, they're great guys. You know,
they really are.
Someone to turn around and say, "Oh, they're rug pullers." You know what, dude? Educate yourself a little bit more. Educate yourself a bit more. Understand it.
Yeah.
You know,
all I could say is this: on our stream today, if you want to go back and watch our stream, we did a little clip from the podcast from last Friday night. It would have been, and in the podcast, they have a podcast every day at 4 p.m. EST on their Telegram voice chat. Now, every time in that podcast, Atlas, the lead dev, comes in, talks for a minute, but then he hands it over to Brett Nordine, and Brett Nordine is his right-hand man. And what he does is he gives all the daily updates for ArcFi. If you go to Friday's podcast and listen to Brett, what we just played in our live stream, and then listen to that and tell me what you think about ArcFi. These guys are continuing to build in the bear market. These guys have a secure platform. The security's there. Okay, they've been around now for almost 8 months. No exploits. And the thing about the price going down, well, that was almost unavoidable. You got to realize that when they were coming out with their third pre-sale is when Furio went to hell. So there was just a bad space at that time when Furio went from, I think it was either they went from $5 down to $1, or they even went from $1 or less. And like everybody was sick of it. The ROI DApp space was just like, oh, you know, and then ARC was trying to push their new platform out. Well, they sort of started out bad, but they've continued, even though they had that price stable for so many months, you know, they still continue to deliver on the roadmap. And this is huge, guys, because you realize something. Don't sleep on ARC. I'm telling you right now, don't sleep on ARC. They have real world businesses, real world utilities. They have a prepaid air card where you can load your crypto right on a prepaid air card, tap to pay. That's going on right now. It's live. Plus, they have a referral system with it where you give out your referral link. You get $5 for everybody that signs up under your referral on the air card. They have a Terra card coming out. A Terra card is the physical card that's from Panama. It's linked to an offshore bank account. Think about that as you will. They also have decentralized VPN coming down the roadmap.
Yeah.
They have a Polygon migration, the Polygon ZK EVM. Go do some research on Polygon ZK EVM. It'll blow your mind.
And listen, and we're not saying like get into art. Like, listen, we love drip, and we also invest in an ARC. I mean, we're investors, right? We're investors. Yeah. It's what we do, and I've never been like that where like I'm against this one or against that one. I mean, I just like making passive income, right? You know?
Yeah.
And I
absolutely
win.
You mentioned it on your stream this morning, Johnny, about me with bankroll flow.
Right.
So many people that, hey man, I still make money to this day. I still make money on it to this day.
Yeah, keep in mind, guys, these projects aren't going anywhere. Furio's still going. They're paying 3 cents per token, but it's still going. You know, the contracts will continue to produce and continue to go on. But the thing of it is, at the end of the day, is this, like she was just saying, we're like the people in the stands watching the game. Let the developers out there compete, you know, in a healthy manner. You know, let them compete to try to get our, you know, the communities behind them. You know, but I just don't like, you know what I think too is, and I'll bring it up because I think there's a lot of drippers that are invested in ArcFi and they just don't talk about it. You know, they just don't talk about it, which is fine. You know,
which is fine. I mean, it's like, you know, I just feel like, you know, don't be scared. I mean, it's just it's your money, right? So you know, and it's like it's still crypto, and it's DeFi at the end of the day. And it's just, you know, support what you do, right? I mean, it's
which comes down,
it's in a healthy manner.
Which comes down to another important rule: never invest money you're not willing to lose.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
You know?
That's right. Risk capital.
Takes the emotion right out of it, you know.
And I will always love drip. I mean, we love this flag. Like, seriously, like, you know, it's even though, like, you know, we came in kind of, you know, at the wrong time or whatever, but it's still paying, right? It's still here, it's still paying, and then there's new things coming out, and I don't think Forex is going anywhere, and I don't think drip is going anywhere.
And another thing too,
the community is not going anywhere. The community is not going anywhere.
Exactly.
Right?
It's strong.
And when you guys did your stream with Brett and Atlas, Brett even came on your stream and said that he was invested in drip. You know, so they are supporters of drip. 100%. You know, like drip has paved the road for DeFi, ROI, dApps, and crypto, no doubt about it. They did have the hindsight to sort of adjust a couple things, right? So, you know, technology is always going to evolve and advance. You know, we've heard it over and over again. So there's not only going to be only one platform only ever. You know what I mean? It's never going to be like that.
Absolutely.
So you have to just sort of change your mindset a little bit, be open-minded to stuff, you know?
Totally. DCB, are you invested in other things as well? Like what are your other plays? If you want it, you don't have to.
Just the big token ones, Ethereum, Litecoin, Chainlink, you know, stuff like that. I'm not in any other DeFi projects. I've been wrecked too many times. And I was just done. Like ARC seems like a great platform, but I've been messed up too many times, so I was just like, I'm not even worried about it. My focus is really on drip, and then I have all my you know, top 50, top 100 coins that I invest in. But drip is my main one, actually.
Right.
Totally.
Oh, and here's the thing, DCB, do your research on ARC first, and they always encourage that. They'll tell you, come in, don't invest yet, come and listen to us, do your research, give us a chance, right? Another thing too, they're really trying to get the mass adoption, right? So they're even going on to their next development. It's going to be called Arc Lite. Well, Arc Lite consists of getting the normies in, right? People that ain't really exposed to crypto. And it's going to be basically easier than Coinbase, the way they're describing it. Like you're just going to have an email set up, and they're going to do it like a 2-factor verification. You're going to be able to invest either your Bitcoin, Ethereum, whatever, and then you're going to get a little bit of exposure to Arc Lite, which is it's not going to be. Their new slogan is going to be learn more to earn more, right? So you get in with the Arc Lite, you get the normies in. Well, then they want to go to the next step. They're going to learn about the ROI dApp, learn about the foundation, learn about the NFTs. They're the same thing. They incorporate NFTs in their project. which unlocks different levels for you, and it gives you a daily yield too. So you're getting a daily yield off of that too. So they got a lot going on over there, and all they ever ask everybody is just listen to us, hear us out, give us a chance, and what more can you ask for, right?
That's right.
Totally.
You have to remember too the programs we're talking about, the projects or product, but Brandon, these are high risk, high reward.
Yeah.
It's only one part of the whole crypto blockchain world. So what we're dealing with, most people, and it's fortunate and a lot of times unfortunate, where this is their first experience in crypto, which is ROI programs, which is very high risk, very high reward. So, if this is their first step into crypto, they get into Drip, or the first step into crypto, they get into ARK. If they're successful, they say, okay, I'm a genius. I picked the right one. Whoever got into Drip are the lucky ones. If that's their first time getting into crypto and they got into Drip, they're very lucky, right? Because it's very rare to get into or find a project that is as solid as Drip, right? Now, ArcFi coming in, it's a great project. You look at the base, you look at the developments being done. They're brand new still, right?
Right.
And they're just trying to make their mark in the space, which is great. I mean, let's pay attention, because you got a group of people making some real needed utilities in the crypto space. But also remember, there's also the conservative side, if you want to call it, the boring stuff, mining, right? you have validator nodes, which are easy to get 4, 8, 12%, right? Anything on a Cosmos network, we're only talking about BSC. We're only talking about BNB chain. But how about every other network out there? There's so much going on, and it's moving fast. And I know if you're able to be a validator node on Cosmos, you're looking at in the double digits return on your on your money. You got some good opportunities. So we mustn't be too just narrow-minded when it comes to what was that?
Because I went off screen. Looks like oh, God, it had to be you, right?
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's what happens when you step away, Danny.
Oh, damn.
On that note, Alak-Azul.
I hear you, man. You were saying, people don't realize, like, I did that. Like, we got right in the ROI DApp space, the high risk. And now I'm just starting to learn about, like, farming, liquidity pairs, single asset staking, mining, all this other stuff where, like, if I was to do it all over again, I would basically want to learn that stuff first. If I was to teach somebody, I would set them up like you. I watched all your guys' streams, all right? So I would set them up like you guys are talking. Let's get them set up. Let's get them a wallet. Let's expose them to a little bit of liquidity farming on PancakeSwap. Let them start there. Something that's easy, simple, low, boring, like not high yield, but not so much high risk, right? But get them interacting with their wallet, start making transactions, get them a little bit, get their feet wet a little bit, and that makes more sense. Like we dove right in, we're buying whatever we think is going to make us a millionaire the next day to get rich tokens. And you know what I mean? Like, we're trying to navigate this space because we see all these people making these big gains. And Drip Network was lightning in a bottle. Will that happen again? We don't know. It could. I mean, crypto can go up all sorts of different ways, right?
Sure.
That's what's so powerful about this space. High risk, high reward.
Yeah. Thank you. That's a great point. And the thing is, once you get in and you taste the success of a project like Drip, which many of us have, and I'm happy, about that, because it's pretty rare. But the question is now you talk about the other side is, okay, what did I do with that, right? At the time where Drip was up and all of crypto was up, what did you do then? Now you're talking about financial education. Did you actually take it out, take profits, and kind of secure it into more solid? I always talk about mining because that's where I really dug deep and got started. I was doing Ethereum mining, right? Just turning on a computer and there you go. You make $1.58 per day off one card, and then you start multiplying that, and you get excited about that. But it's still there. Those opportunities they always need to be there because they support the actual network, right? And so every single transaction that's going through on all protocols, right? They need some sort of consensus, and validation of those transactions. And so, are you willing to be rewarded for that? Yeah, you're getting boring for 4%, but still, if I take profits from Drip or ARC or whatever, put it into kind of staking or validation nodes, right? Or dude, sorry, but you just keep that cycle going. You talk about financial education, where I always bring up Ray Dalio. If you ever watch his video on how money works and everything, and how he created his all-weather fund, right? All-weather fund. So it doesn't matter what the market is doing, you're still making money. And that's always been my approach as well. Is like, how much money have I made today? Doesn't matter. I'm not going to rely on a price of this one stock or token, right? How much money have I made today? Because if it's unbalanced, if Drip has gone down, okay, I'll put more in from this other fund, right? That I have to balance it out. So I'm still making the same. I always, when I first started again, it was, how do I make $100 a day? That's all I care about. $100 a day, whatever the token price is, $100 a day. And then, basic math, that means $10,000 worth of Drip. Okay, let's focus there. That's my only goal. I'm going to get there as soon as possible, as fast as possible, hit that $10,000 mark, right? So I filled my wallets, and then you hit it. Okay, great. Now the price went up. Okay, great. It's going up. Now I'm making more than that. So I'm going to start another wallet, do that. And then as it's going down, it's going down. I still want to make sure I'm hitting that $100 a day per wallet. Okay, I'll put it back in. But you're just keeping that. You're always going to be maintaining balance.
Yeah.
And the actual amounts on the smaller yield generation projects are, of course, a lot bigger, because I want to make $100 a day off that. Try to make $100 a day off of 4% per year, return.
Right.
Obviously, you have to have a lot more on that side. So it's not 50-50. It's never going to be 50-50, right?
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I'm going off. But
no.
Okay.
Well, the once famous Jim Rohn once said, if someone come up to you and gave you $1 million, best you become a millionaire, or you won't be able to keep the money. When I first heard that,
right.
I was like, what the heck are you talking about? Right. So I had to hear that a few times over and over again. But basically, like you were just seeing in the chat, people are saying it's one thing to get the money, but you better learn how to manage it, or you're not going to keep it very long. Right.
Absolutely.
If they're done that, like, we all learned those lessons. And again, education is a big part of that as well, because it's not only, hey, which project should I get into? It's like, just getting into the space. It's brand new. It's moving way too fast, right? And people experience just a windfall of money that they haven't experienced before. So, the education of just, okay, let's take a look at that. Again, it's up to you what you do with your money. But if you look at and learn from leaders and learn from other people's mistakes, right?
Yeah.
You could ultimately help manage your life better, including your finances, right?
Just on education, DCB, you should do a video on how to play blackjack.
Yeah, I could do that.
Yeah.
I could do that.
I think that'd be a good thing, because there's people out there. I mean, hey, for example, I'm not a gambler. I'm really not a gambler, but I used to go and play blackjack, and I'd go past the casino. My mother used to work at the casino, and I'd just drop by there, and I'd do $100 and then I'd leave.
Yeah.
Right. So I never really got into all the details of how to play it properly.
Right.
I've made some wins and I've made some losses and stuff like that. But yeah, if you doing Drip 21, people need to understand how to actually play. Right.
Yeah.
So that could be another thing. I just sort of throw that out there.
That's a good point, Danny, because you're right. Like, I could play blackjack, but my style of blackjack was playing with my family or something, and we just play regular 21. A lot of people don't know how to double down and different things. The rules that you're going to be incorporating in the game. It would be nice, even if something you can do right now is really to teach people this is how the game's going to work. I know you were talking about having like 6 decks and how you guys are going to shuffle the cards and stuff like that. And some of the different stuff you were talking about. Well, if you can double down once, and I think you said you can actually double down twice, and then this is going to happen, and then the dripping theme where, you got your side bet, you know what I mean? And start sort of explaining that right with a deck of cards or something. It'd be that simple, because I see you're getting the YouTube videos out. Congratulations, man. Because it's another game in itself, the whole thing.
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, right down to the basics, like the dealer throws on 16 and sits on 17.
The soft 17. I just learned that by watching your video. I didn't even know what that was.
Yeah. So,
well, some of the rules we implemented on Drip 21, of course, it's supposed to edge the house, because we do need money. The house does need to make money to contribute back into the system, right? So how we try to prevent that, I'll just touch base on a little bit. Some people were asking, hey, how do you prevent it from draining? So the max bet with Drip 21 will be in direct relations to the amount in the bankroll. So we calculate a certain percentage that if the bankroll, let's say it's $1 million, the max bet would, let's just say $1,000. If the bankroll goes down, the max bet goes down. If it goes up, everything goes up. So it's in relations with each other.
Nice.
There you go.
Those are good mechanics. Yeah. Gambling's gambling. I grew up with. I remember Humpty Dumpty Daycare, Reno, Nevada. We would always go down. I guess as early as I can remember, my parents are obviously, they've always been gamblers, but they would drop me off at this daycare while they go play. And, so I grew up with the lights. I love the lights. I love the sounds. Hence, Lucky the name. But it's just, it's a different space. My dream was to have my own casino before.
Wow.
Hey, man, it's all still possible, right? Casino chain.
I like the space better. That's fine, but a lot of fun.
Never ever know.
Crypto Boss. Kudos to you. You're developing something. It's great utility. It's something we need more in the space. And that's what excites me even more. Again, I keep repeating it, but I haven't seen so many developers pop up, or projects and groups that are just saying, hey, let's try this idea. Let's try this idea. I mean, it's always been experimental, and it's also dangerous when you start putting real money into it, but it's still experimental.
Yeah.
We don't know what's going to be here. When I look at the way blockchain is right now, the industry, there still is no Google yet or Amazon, right? Remember in the 90s with Netscape, with browsers and stuff, Netscape and one of the other ones like Alta Vista and this is the 90s. Okay, I just showed my age too. But it's not at that point yet for crypto and blockchain. Again, if you still hear people saying that Bitcoin is a scam, then we're really early. So congrats, you're watching this show right now.
Absolutely. It's funny you brought up Netscape, man, because I remember way back in the day, SEO was actually called web positioning. And I was we had Alta Vista, Hotbot, like Netscape, and all of these other search engines, like 1,200 search engines around the world back then. And I ranked #1 in the world for web designer and web developer and internet consultant.
Wow.
So that was way back in the day in the day of web positioning. And again, that's showing my age too. So we were able to secure some pretty major contracts because of that, ranking up there. And I can't even remember what year that was. That was just ridiculous. We had some pretty amazing contracts that fell across our desk. And I was running it out of like a one bedroom of my 3-bedroom apartment in Sydney. And the amount of traffic I was getting was ridiculous. The emails every day. And, I ended up putting there was no fiber optic really at that time, but I ended up paying to have a direct fiber optic line going from the exchange, the telephone exchange, directly to my house. And that was such a big thing. And I was all excited. Wow, 5 megabyte email going through in 1 second. It was where everyone was waiting for a minute for it to go through. But it's amazing where we've come, over the past few years. It's ridiculous, and technology is just going so fast. AI. I mean, what AI is doing for us nowadays, right? Artificial intelligence. I watched Black Mirror. Have you watched Black Mirror?
Yeah, it's my favorite.
Dude, I
love
watched
it.
the first episode last night because it just came up and I thought, hey, I'm going to watch the first episode.
Oh
Holy
man,
shit! What a mind fuck that was.
you gotta watch the whole thing, man. It's crazy. It gets crazier.
Yeah, there's a lot of good ones.
Insane.
A lot of good ones.
Yeah, some of them are better than others, though.
Yeah,
that's for
yeah.
sure. But yeah, it's very interesting. Some of them. Yeah.
I can't start because I won't stop.
Oh,
Just like video games. If I ever play a video game, right, whatever game it is, I was at the zombie, like Resident Evil games. I can't stop until I actually finish the whole thing. I'm one of those guys.
It's worth it though. Trust me, it's worth it.
I want to start
Speaking of gaming, that's going to be another big thing in the narrative of crypto, right? Is the gaming aspect.
It is.
Yeah.
And I think Forex is trying to really capture that, with where he's going with the direction of the animal farm, and I mean, a lot of people, they're always so quick to be like, oh, delays. But I don't think they realize the time and effort that goes into the projects. You know what I mean?
Obviously.
I really don't think people comprehend that.
I could not even imagine, and of course, anything that Forex puts out, he doesn't want for something to happen, right? Like he doesn't want that reputation. So he's going to make sure that it's good. And hey, that's fine by me,
And I think I believe the reason why he's like that is because he understands there's a huge community right now. And a lot of money is being put at stake. So if you're a small developer and you got no users yet, sure, break things. That's the time. Yeah. Test things out. But once you start getting like 30,000 people on the Telegram group, minus all the bots, yet even put at 10,000 people, even put at 100 people, there's still a lot of money at stake. So you don't want to be too much of a perfectionist, yet you just know that hey, there is a risk. So if I were to deploy something and people actually do lose money, right? I mean, what happened when the pigs were launched, right? It came from the DAO, if I remember correctly, right? Someone in the DAO was just not exploiting it; they were just kind of front running, and that's what caused the prices to drop. Ever since then, you notice he's just like, okay, no, I'm going to take my time.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I totally respect that.
Yeah.
And again, people who are complaining about it, well, what else are you doing then? Are you just relying on this? Are you just relying on DDD to come up? Are you just relying on drip? I mean, like I said, Danny and I talked about it before, where some people's strategy was to get max wallets. That's great. But now you remember, if you do purchase a max wallet, you're only relying on one aspect of it, which is speculation. So you're hoping that the price of drip goes up because that's the only way that it would help you. But if you were to put, instead of the 27,000, you put 10,000, now you have two things to rely on, which is the price of drip, obviously, and what it's really made for, which is compound interest.
Yes.
Right?
Exactly.
So it for me personally, it doesn't really make sense to keep purchasing max wallets. If you do, that's great. That's your strategy. Perfect. Like I always say, you play how you want to play it.
Right.
But just I would rather rely on different success points instead of just one to help me be successful in this wallet. I guess that's my point. I mean, some people may agree, some people may don't, but just play it the way you want to.
You mean you can have more than one wallet?
Yeah. Well, but yes.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I always learn something.
Yeah. And people say that too, like, okay, well, when you have multiple wallets, is that a good strategy? Again, like Danny says, you have different characteristics.
Yeah.
And again, if you came in at a higher price and now the price has gone down, now that one plant, right, that's been growing is not making as much. Your ROI is not as good. But if you start planting seeds now and let that grow, it kind of would offset the, you want to call it losses or slow growth of the ones you did before. So it's the same game. It's the same protocols, the same code. The code doesn't stop. It just the machine just keeps running and running. So it really depends on what we do, as people in the as players in the game. Or, I don't know if that's the right term, but investors.
I don't like using the term player.
Yeah,
right?
it's more
because this is more than a game.
Yeah.
Right. In my own opinion, this is more than a game. It's And I generally don't like it when we talk about, oh, this is how you play the game. And I've said it myself many times, but it kind of gives people that don't know, gives them the wrong perception, I guess. Right. It gives them the wrong idea of what it actually is. I don't know.
It's elaborate on that. Some people, but I don't mean it as a gamble. When I say game, just like calling women chicks or whatever. It's just a habit. Like we grew up in or sorry, I don't want to anybody.
But hey, man, that's a culture thing as well,
Right.
Like, it's a culture thing. It's like, back home, hey, we so commonly say, hey, bitch. There's no bad intention, right? It's just one of those things. Hey, bitch.
And I noticed. I don't want to go there. I don't know if
but it's not seen as a bad thing, right?
Right.
It's not. We're within that particular culture, right? Within that particular culture. We mentioned it before, dude. Here in the Philippines, I'm an Aussie. I'm in the Philippines. I've been here for many years. But the most common thing, and Drip Prodigy, I'm going to shout out to you, Nelly, right? Because you said this as well. Like, the most common thing over here is putang ina mo, right? That's a really bad thing. But everyone says it, right? They just say it in jest, and it's like, putang ina mo. It's like, your mother is a whore.
Or son of a bitch.
Seriously, son of a bitch. Well, but bitch is not the right term. It's actually whore. Right? Yeah, putang ina mo. Your mother's a whore. Now, in this culture over here, it's so common, right?
Right.
But dude, if I'm in Australia and you told me that my mother's a whore, even in jest, I'm going to knock you out. It's just one of those things. So, but I
think you just lost your monetization there. YouTube.
Well, I remember that was a big thing with Obama, right? When President Obama was like, But I remember that was big news when the president of the Philippines was saying in a mall, and Obama got offended. Like on the news out there in North America, they were like, "Hey, President Duterte was calling President Obama's mom a whore." It's not really that way, right? It's not meant that way.
It's not. It's not.
How
the hell did we get into this topic?
I know.
No, we got this.
The C word's so common as well. That's what I noticed.
Yeah,
you just say the C. But in North America, dude, I think it holds more, and it doesn't sound as nice. Anyways, why are we talking about this?
I don't know. I don't know.
Listen, Lady Mania just showed up. She goes, "What a time to show up!"
I think I'm gonna have to drink with that.
Oh my god!
No, we were talking about the gaming aspect and being called players and stuff. But
there you go.
Way off track.
Well, here's the thing, because this is going to go back to DCB. Now, with Drip 21, it's not considered gambling. It's considered playing a game in gaming. Because didn't you say even if you lose, a portion of that's going to go into the reservoir or something?
Yeah, so to play Drip 21, you have to have drip tokens in your wallet. So in sense, you're when you play, if you lose, basically that money is going back into your investment, in a sense, right? We had to set it that way just for issues down the road, depending because of a casino. So we call it a game. And there are obstacles we have to go through. This is why we don't have a firm date. But one of the ways that we're going to try to bypass everything is you have to have drip token in your wallet to play the game. And basically, when you play and you lose, you are basically you're getting investment back for your token, basically. That's what it is. Nice. So it's technically a game. It's not gambling, because I think gambling, we were looking up the definition is basically if you spend $1, you gamble the dollar. If you lose, you get nothing in return. That's gambling, really.
Right.
Yeah.
So we kind of had to bypass that. So if you did lose, portions of that goes back into your investment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. You got to be careful how you do all this is
Correct.
because you have to keep it in that gaming aspect. I think
Correct.
like we even seen like Forex, you know, talking when he was talking about scratchies being that they're going to be stakeable NFTs. So even when you buy a scratchy and you lose, you can still stake the NFT. So you're getting a return on it. So you really don't lose. Same thing with Triple D, right? So if you get Triple D, you buy tickets, 75% goes to your Faucet. So really, you're never going to really lose. You're still going to get something no matter what. So that's sort of cool because then you keep it in a gaming aspect more or less than it's a win or lose. So it's a win-win-win. And I think, you know, like not but to bring this up is like where Furio thought that they were going to be able to pull off a casino. You know, and I think that's why that whole thing happened. It got caught up in litigation and stuff because in the UK or the US, you can't really have, you know, that concept. You know, there's a lot of legal terms that have to be pursued to be able to do something like that. And it's just, we're just not there yet, you know?
Correct.
So,
It's
hard that you're setting it up like that, you know?
Yeah.
DCB, someone you may want to add onto your team, man, is good legal representation. That's something that Lucky and I we talk about a lot, to have good legal representation, because we're borderline with the stuff that we're doing, you're doing, we're borderline gambling, right? And there's certain loopholes and things, and I don't know, should I be talking about this online? Doesn't matter.
The space isn't there yet. I mean, regulation is important. Yet you're talking about decentralized finance, which is, you know, something I don't know if any government would say, okay, well, let's go there. Like, they're not going to do that. But there is good regulation being put into place now. But it's going to take a long time, and it depends which way you want to be. I mean, it is, you know, there's the two sides that are always going to be clashing, right? CFI and DeFi. But I think there's a nice bridge happening right now.
Yeah.
Was that?
I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to hold back the.
What'd you put in that Alak-Azul this round?
I know, man. Stop drinking.
Oh man. Hey, but I'm not slurring my words yet, right? So I'm still good. I'm still good. This is the Alak-Azul Show, guys. This is all about fun. It's you know, we just go off and branch off into so many things. But yeah, I mean, really, look, legalities, we have to consider that. DCB, you have to put that into your head as well. Like, man, super important.
It's been discussed. We have a long list of things we can do.
You
It's
really good to have a good advisory board, at least, you know. And part of the advisory board, you do have the legal guys on there, right? Just to give you a good idea. Again, you're talking about blackjack, you're talking about gaming, you're talking about, you know, or gambling, if you want to call it. Ultimately, it will be labeled as that. You're talking about DeFi, which is, you know, you're already on that side. So I mean, you know, how deep do you want to get, I guess?
Yeah.
Right.
And is that why it's like that? Just because it's so new and there's just no clear path or regulation on this yet? Because it's all the technology is just so new and evolving? Or?
Right. Because, you know, obviously a lot of it has to do with tax, right?
Yep.
I mean, you remember the internet in the 90s, they were trying to do a blanket tax. You remember that? It was and so now they're doing the same thing with crypto, and they're still testing it. Look what happened with the XRP.
Well, finally we got a little bit of a win for the crypto side.
That's huge for the
whole man.
Right?
Absolutely.
But because you're
the precedents for so many things.
Yeah, you're dealing with privacy as well. So you have the KYC, AML, like AMLA, anti-money laundering, you know, terrorist financing. You know, you got all that. So how does DeFi help with that? It actually, you know, it could help with it, and it couldn't. It's either way, right? So
yeah.
You see, Gensler is trying to get the judge to change her mind on the decision that she should relook it and maybe think about it some more and come back.
Dude, Gensler, you know what Gensler looks like? Smeagol.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my God.
That's the first time I heard that, but you are correct.
That's So funny.
He looks like Smeagol.
Totally. Totally.
It's a security.
It's a security.
He does, right?
Oh my God.
Yeah, well, he lost his ring because he's looking for some more funding. So
Yeah.
I think he lost the ring this time.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness. Oh man, we have a lot of fun on the Alak-Azul Show, guys. Just
Always. This is great. I love it.
Oh, it's pretty crazy. Hey, just on that note, guys, I've had the Alak-Azul Show Telegram group up for a while, but I haven't promoted it. Please, the link is in the description here. Please go over and just jump on there and just start talking about whatever you want to talk about. You know,
Absolutely.
my precious. So anyone out there watching, please go over the link is in the description down below. Go over to the Alak-Azul Show Telegram chat. You can talk about whatever you want to talk about. Obviously, there's rules and stuff. You'll see when we're doing the upcoming videos, current videos or past videos. You can go and comment, and that's there. So please go and check that out. There's another Papa Smurf comment, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh
my God.
Lucky you guys are getting beat up when you leave the screen.
But hey, who would think this is a crypto show?
Yeah. I think we're eating shiitake mushrooms.
Yeah, let him.
Oh my God, I'm crying.
When do we start?
We got the prayer for him tonight. Today for him.
Or today, right?
Anyway, oh my goodness, I've got to compose myself. Hang on a sec, I've got to compose myself.
He actually left.
This is so funny.
Wow.
So Lucky, tell us more about the whole teaching stuff. You know, how many so you guys had like seminars, but then you sort of migrated to Zoom. Like how many people on a scale are you able to teach at one time? Like what do you like your crowd to be like?
Yeah, so you know, we've had in our live events, we've had about 30, 40 people in our live. So it's really small. And it was nice to have live events because you're able to walk around and interact with people and say, okay, well, now everybody pull out your phone, download MetaMask, and we're gonna go through that whole process, right? But online we're able to interact with a lot more people. It's very different when you're doing live streams versus face to face, because we all know the difference. I mean, face to face, just you can't compete. You can't, it's just a different experience. But what we love about it is just this organic growth. So we want to make sure that every single person that we touch, we can actually help them, and there's real value. So that when they leave, our first goal for them was to say, hey, let's teach you about crypto, blockchain. What is blockchain? What is cryptocurrency? What does that even mean? Obviously, you can't be an expert after a 3-hour event, but the goal was, let's get you started. Let's make sure you buy the first crypto. So being in the Philippines and doing that, it was great because you see people's eyes light up when they actually experience it. Yeah. And so we said, okay, take out your phones. And we said, well, who has 500 pesos? It was around $10, $12. And I said, okay, give me that 500. I'm going to give you 500 pesos worth of BNB, for example. And we went through the whole, exchange and then all that. And let's send it. So it took 3 seconds and 3 cents to send you 500 pesos. And that 500 pesos could be 500,000 pesos. It could be $10,000, right?
Right.
And it's still 3 cents. And so I say, well, how many people have family overseas? And in the Philippines, of course, a lot of nurses and all that. You know, a lot of people going out, not just nurses. I'm just being racist to my own. But there's a lot of people going out, and one of the biggest contributors to the GDP is money remittance back. So you know, and you just experience in 3 seconds with 3 cents, right? Money remittance. So there's no need for your family to find a Western Union out there, you know, at their nighttime or daytime here, you know, to try to send you emergency funds when in fact you already have it in your pocket. And so that's where people's eyes light up and they're like, dude, you're talking about it. So you know, goal accomplished, right? Just to have that person feel that you know, success in, hey, there's something better out there right now. So let me learn more. And then we take it. So we're doing, you know, crypto 101, crypto 102, which we get into, you know, the other parts of blockchain and crypto. Then we get into the crypto 201. It's like, okay, now you know what blockchain is, or you have a good idea of how it works. Now let's talk about how to make money, right? And we don't get, you know, send them directly to like high risk, high reward, although that is always open, right? But let's get you started. Let's teach you how to swap, right? What does swap mean? Because by that time they already have their MetaMask, right? They already have their on ramps. So fiat on ramp, whether it's different exchanges here. We're lucky on this side too. Again, we have a country that's forward thinking, and so we have many apps out there where I could go from fiat to crypto. So I can buy crypto right away on different apps, and that's over here. So we're lucky. And after they're on the crypto side, now what do you do with it? Now this whole world is opened up to them.
Yeah.
Right? But let's go basic. You know, because we give you BNB, obviously we want to expose them to Drip as well because it's a solid protocol, right? And so let's talk about Pancake Swap. How do you swap? How do you earn? What's a farm? Right? What's a pool? Right? And just you know how people always ask, well, how much do I need to start? Right.
Right.
So we did experiments with $2. Cover $2. Right?
Yeah.
And start earning a small interest per year on it.
Sorry.
Yeah, but you're still at it, dude. Drink some water, bro.
I just did. Like, I'm
So,
sorry.
so basically, you're taking them along slowly. You're showing them, listen, you can do this, but not only can you do this, you can also do this. So now you can send money back. You know, remittance to me means like if a nurse or whatever you're saying, the way I understand it is like if they come to America, they come over here, they start making money, they want to send money back to their family. Well, this is the easier way to do this, right? You can send it through blockchain technology. Send it through crypto. It's fast, it's easy, it works. Boom. But not only can you do that, now we're going to show you that you can actually take your crypto and earn interest on it. And now this is what the bank's willing to pay you. Yeah. Now you can stake your funds in crypto and you're going to earn, well, we already know the difference, right? It can be anywhere from 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 20 times the amount that you're going to earn from your bank. So, you know, just starting people off with them two concepts is an amazing, powerful thing without even getting into the high risk stuff yet, you know? It's really cool. And like you were saying, being in a crowd like that and being involved, it is a lot more impactful. We like before you got on, we were talking DeFi Diva. We actually do like a crypto meetup in our local area where we meet at a Panera Bread, and we it's like a little coffee shop. We haven't even had 30 people yet, but we've had, you know, a half a dozen people, which makes it really easy and hands-on. Yep. But it is tough at first to people's eyes glaze right over, right? When you're trying to explain to them. Right. But like you said, after a while, you know, once you're going to start getting the hang of it, you know? Yeah. Once they get it. We used to go to meetups when we first started, and there was like 20, 30 people. But this is when we're in the peak of the bull market. And that's what amazes me is that the people that will come in when we're at the prices of all-time high, it's like the people will flood right in, you know. And then when it's time, like this is the perfect time to come in, learn. You're going to be able to DCA accumulate right now for the next 8-9 months before we hit the halving. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you're going to set yourself up for an incredible position, which is
Right.
awesome. Like, I wish I came in now, but then again, you know, I had to learn from my mistakes, right? So now I can sort of time the market cycles a little bit.
Right.
So DCA strategy is a very important piece to learn too. You know, I think a lot of people, we're not traders, you know, and that's why we like the ROI DAP space, you know.
Yeah.
I'd rather, you know, it's way more passive. It's more simple. You know, I'm not pulling the hair out of my head every day, staring at my screen, trying to trade.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, you guys have any, do you do any day trading at all, guys?
I used to around 2011, 2012. I got into Forex trading. Yeah. It's a lot of fun. I mean, I got addicted. I had like 4 screens. I was one of those guys, like just staring at the charts, right? During Brexit, I was there and I saw the chart. Ooh, it went all the way down. But I didn't trade that. But no, you love it because you learn about technical analysis, right? And I was like trying to get the right bot, right? And I actually created my own bot, which sucked. It didn't really work. But then, you know, created how to trade. But it opened up that whole part of it, technical analysis. But a big part of it is fundamental analysis. What's actually going on, right? The flood in Texas. How does that affect? You know,
And he's back.
I've composed myself now. I had to wipe down my screen because I tried to drink water and it just went. I'm sorry, guys.
You're
It
fine.
gets you sometimes, you know. You remember like back in the days of school when someone farted or something and everyone's just trying to stop laughing, you know, in the class. But anyway. All right, I'm back. Let's stay focused. Woo! NFA, not financial advice, right?
Far from it on this show.
Sorry, guys. It was just, you know, you see these things like on YouTube and on Facebook of people like live on air and they just can't stop themselves laughing. Well, sorry, I had that moment.
It's the real Saturday Night Live right here.
It's pretty crazy. Again, guys, I want to take the opportunity to thank everyone on this stream right now, on the actual stream as guests and everyone out there in the YouTube space. Feeling super blessed to have all of you here. DeFi Crypto Boss, DCB Man. Again, when I watch you on Brandon's stream, I thought I got to get this guy on the show. Johnny, DeFi Diva, same. I saw you guys and I thought I got to have you on here because you know, we're going to have a lot of fun. It just takes a step back from the general traditional way of talking about finance, talking about this, talking about that, and let's just bring some fun to it. And that's what this show's all about. And so I feel so blessed to have you on here. And this is not going to be the last time. All right.
Awesome. No.
Let's make this deal now. You guys can come back. And I'm happy. Lucky and I'm you know, I can speak for myself, but also speak for Lucky right now that we're going to jump on your shows as well, your channels.
Anytime.
Yeah,
that would be awesome. You know, shout out to Big Wig again. Big Wig, I don't know if you're still out there, but shout out to you, brother. It was awesome doing the stream with you yesterday morning, my morning, your nighttime, and talking about all the conspiracy theories and stuff like that. It just breaks up. It breaks up the monotony of talking about finance, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And we're in the bear market, right? So we gotta have fun.
Absolutely.
You know? That's why they invented meme coins, right? Is because people were bored in the bear market, right?
Yeah.
It was funny because Irene said last week, and you know what? Shout out to everybody you've had on your stream, Danny, because I've been meeting a lot of the key players in the drip community, like Big Wig, Dripology, and whoever else I'm not mentioning. Shout out to you, who, you know, you guys know who you are. And like Irene was saying yesterday, she was so happy, or last week, that she was so happy when she seen the Pepe token come out, because now it looks like we're coming to the end of the bear market. It's a single. When people are getting that bored, they got to create meme tokens to invest in, right? So, you know, it's like these little things you learn, you know, that's what makes the community so tight knit, you know, like everybody's here helping each other, you know, and we leave clues, right? Success leaves clues, right? And I love, we're the same way. We're like, oh my God, I have like to be the person, right? Like a law of attraction, The Secret, all
I love that.
All the motivational speakers, Tony Robbins, Jim Rohn, Zig Ziglar, Ray Dalio. We were just watching the Ray Dalio video. I don't think it was one you mentioned, but the one where the success steps, where he's going in the loop up the mountain and stuff and learning from his mistakes. And it's like it's a whole thing, right? And then it's health and fitness. There's a whole bunch of things that we came into this carnation to work on. And everything's done in levels, right? So there's always another level, right? So we got to continue to keep working and pushing forward, and that's what's great about this space. You meet a lot of like-minded people, and that's what I really love about it.
And I'll drink to that.
Thank you.
Alak-Azul. Yeah. I'm just going to put a couple of these things up here. I've got to laugh at this, right? Because celebrate with a shot, Danny. But the message before that was like, celebrate with a shit. Dude, that's a bit too much. I'm not going to do that on the show.
You got an active chat, man. We got an active chat tonight.
I love it. It's just amazing. Absolutely amazing. And
I just wanted to give a shout out to Wonder Woman, Ants Girl,
yes,
Crypto Professor Girl, Irene, Lady Mania, and Big Beauty.
Yes,
because DeFi Diva is one of the ladies of the Faucet also.
I joined their Telegram group and everything, and these are stand-up women right here. Yep. And this is what we need more of. Like, there's a lot of men naturally, but I think that like crypto needs more women because we need everybody to get into this,
Right. Well, that's how mass adoption. Mass adoption is gonna come out. You guys ever heard of Mary Kay, right? Like that was a huge thing, right? For women to be able to affiliate market, right? Because even though, Ponzi-nomics, stuff like that, affiliate marketing, we don't like hearing them words, but in reality, it's sort of a part of it, right? So
it is.
We need to embrace these concepts, right? And really get people into the space, right?
Right.
Totally.
And
actually, what happened to Big Beauty? Big Beauty was supposed to be on the show today.
Oh, was she?
Oh,
she was. She was supposed to be on the show. I don't know what happened. She maybe fell asleep, but she'll be back again. And DeFi Diva, on our next ladies' night, we will do another ladies' night. I'd love to have you on the show as well. That would be awesome.
Absolutely. I would love that.
And Lady Mania, right?
Yeah.
I've been speaking with her for a while, and you've got to come onto the show, girl. Right?
For sure. She's got to get on the show. She will.
There you go.
And those are the things like going back to what you said, Johnny, about Ponzonomics. It's interesting how the terminology just recently came up because you see a lot of programs out there offering referral programs, right? A lot of projects offering referral programs. Imagine how
echo.
I know. I was trying to mute my thing. That's you, bro, with your 2,000 watt speakers. Like
me? No, it can't be me.
You sure?
Yeah. Put echo cancellation on your thing.
Okay, hold on.
No, it's gone now. It's gone. It's gone. Maybe you had it on your phone. You're like looking at yourself, like,
It's not like, But it's a good question. Would Drip be as successful as it is today if there wasn't a referral program?
Yeah, good point.
That's a good question. Because
good question.
What you saw in the beginning, where again, my strategy was always as a solo, investor, how much can I make? And then with a team, how much can I make? And how does that differ? Using utilizing the actual existing code of referral systems. Right now, when everybody sees a referral system, they say, man, it's like MLM, network marketing, it's a Ponzi scheme because it's like a pyramid, right? Maybe you start talking about that. But again, would Drip be as successful, or would you be promoting Drip if there was no referral program? Ooh, right? There's a lot of channels out there. I know in the beginning too, that was their target. Okay, there's a referral program. I'm just going to start making videos, and hopefully everybody comes in, which is a great. I mean, that's what it's built that way. So maximize it, right? There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing right. Again, we're talking about intention. Like, okay, are you really trying to help them, or are you really trying to get them, right?
Yeah.
Again, there's 2 kinds of people saying, "Hey, I'm lucky, nice to meet you," right? I'm looking at the other person saying, you know, what can I get from that person?
Yeah.
Or the other person saying, "Hey, I'm lucky, nice to meet you," and I'm saying, how can I help that person?
Yeah.
What kind of need can I fill with
Yeah.
that?
I think one of the points there, bro, is that I mean, it's no secret you and I have come from the MLM background, right?
Yeah.
So I used to head up like an MLM company over here as well, which you know we were involved in. And the thing is that a lot of times within the MLM community, there's this general consensus of, okay, you know what, I'm going to get you your first wallet, or I'm gonna fund your first foray into this system, yeah, and then you're gonna grow it, and you're gonna be part of this community, and you're gonna grow it because of this multi-level marketing mentality. All right. Unfortunately, in my own personal opinion, that doesn't work.
Yep.
Yes, you may have a lot of people underneath you, but if someone doesn't have a vested interest in it themselves, the chances are that they're not going to do much about it.
Yep.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. So when we're talking about this kind of space and you have a referral system, we have to push aside that general mentality of MLM.
Right.
Again, just my opinion. Quote me if I'm wrong. Okay, but based on experience, that's generally the way. I know there's other YouTubers out there that were doing this and doing that. Like, okay, hey, join this. I'm going to give you your first this. I'm going to give you your first that, and it looks fantastic because you have a huge team. But at the end of the day, it kind of goes back to that 20-80 principle, right? 20% of your customers bring you 80% of your income.
Yeah.
And that's generally the consensus also with MLM.
Yeah.
So we've got to pull ourselves away from that. Do you know what? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Quantity doesn't always beat quality, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So you know, you got to tread carefully with it, with the way you promote it. And again, look, I've actually got a pretty huge team, but it was never about that. It was never about MLM. You know, people used to say, "Oh, you know, I'm going to join your team. I'm expecting airdrops." It was never a thing for me.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't on my team just because you're going to receive airdrops. Airdrops are great. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
Don't get me wrong.
Right.
But it was never the motive for people to join my team. Join my team, I'm going to send you airdrops. It was never about that. Okay. Yeah. Because what you have is you have a bunch of like vultures, right? That are going to be sitting there just hoping to grow their own bags because you're airdropping them. Dude, get some fucking education about you and learn how this thing works and do it on your own.
Yeah. The best way to learn.
That's going to be the most successful for you. Wow, I've gone from laughing and shit to
I'm getting scolded, man.
You laugh, you cry, you don't even know what's coming next. It's an emotional roller coaster, right?
Yeah, it's like living in Melbourne in Australia where you got 4 seasons in one day, right? That's me on this stream. Okay, but you get my point, and I invite people in the chats to actually, you know, comment on that. But it was never about join my team. I'm going to airdrop you.
Yeah.
Hey, hats off and kudos to everybody else that does that.
Right.
All right.
You know what? Though
we're trying to create. Yep. Sorry.
I was going to say you provide a lot of value, anyways. You know, like just being out here doing the streams and talking about crypto, and you know, just being in the space and giving your message out to people. Just in that alone is providing value for the community, whether they join your team or not, because no one has to join your team to watch your videos. You know,
yeah, that's right.
You know, so
we did the like Christmas giveaway. We did the Christmas giveaway like end of 2021, and we gave away thousands of dollars worth of drip to people that weren't in our teams.
Yeah,
we had Brandon on there, Lucky was there, we had Zach, we had like you know, a heap of people on there, and we were just giving away crypto to just random people that weren't in our teams. That felt freaking good.
Yeah.
You know, literally helping the community and helping people. So yeah. Sorry, I'm just popping up some of these things. Feel free to comment.
Well, I just want to go on about that a little bit. So DeFi Crypto Boss, I watched a couple of your videos, and like we're taught the one where the community is sort of divided. There's people out there that are watching wallets. The people are holding other people accountable, this and that. You know what I'm saying? Here's the thing. At the end of the day, this is how I look at it. First of all, I don't want beef with anybody, and I don't want any problems. So I completely stay out of it. I'm neutral. But here's what I say. You got to look at it from both sides of the story, right? First of all, the biggest thing that you got to look at is the way the game is set up. Yeah. You can't blame the player for playing the game. If they're getting all the referrals, they're not giving any airdrops, and they're capitalizing on the system as much as they can in every single way, they're still playing the game just like everyone else.
Yes.
So you got to look at it from that aspect. Is it good for the community? Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But it's still the way the game was designed. It was the way the game was set up. If someone figures out the game, more power to them,
Yeah.
So I think that's why Stunner Breezy always says it's a solo sport.
Yeah.
So my whole thing with Drip 21, I've heard both sides. I've like just on what you were talking about. My whole goal with Drip 21 is to make everyone money. And I've heard the frustrations with people that got in late and are losing a lot of money. I have relatives that, like I said, I have people under my team that put over $100,000. And my whole goal is to try to unite everyone to make Drip. I mean, Drip is number one, but I want Drip to be like nothing like anything else ever. Yeah. So that's why Drip 21, most of these projects, they're just feeding still inside the DeFi platform. Drip 21 is gathering people, getting money from outside of DeFi out here in the gambling world, and pumping money into DeFi. A lot of these projects in the DeFi world, we're just recirculating money, right? Yeah. So I'm trying to pump money in outside of DeFi into Drip 21, into the holders of Drip to allow them to make money. So yeah, that's just my 2 cents on everything. With the whole referral, I think Drip would still have been popular. But the best way to market it is to show people you're making money. That's honestly. Right. Yeah. And I think this is where all this FUDs come from. I'm in all Telegram groups. I'm not banned in one. So I'm in the groups that people consider FUD. I'm in groups that are considered moon boys. Just listening to the frustrations of the FUDders. Like, if it wasn't for the FUDders, I'm going to be straight up. I wouldn't have created Drip 21. I heard their frustrations, and I was like, you know what? Let me do something. If I was in a group, or if I kept on hearing everything's great, just wait, I would have never done anything. I would just sat back, okay, cool, whatever. Yeah. Right. But because I heard the FUD, I was like, man, I feel for them because I've been in that position before. Let me try to help the ecosystem. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to make everyone money at the end of the day.
That's right.
Yeah. So
that's right.
Yeah,
that's it.
And a couple big things you said too was, if Drip was successful right now and everybody was making money, there'd be no FUD, right?
Zero FUD. I mean, you'll have maybe like 1 or 2% just to hate on Forex. Yeah. But you'll have zero FUD. I'm telling you. That's where this whole thing started from.
Yeah.
And another thing I like that you said in your video too is a lot of people don't grasp the concept of what this can do for the space as far as the casino element goes.
I'm telling you, blackjack in the United States alone. I know some people already called me a moon boy for saying this. Blackjack in the United States alone, it's only legal in 6 states. Online gambling in the United States is $6 billion a year industry. That's in 6 states. Blackjack alone is $1 billion, and that's just in 6 states. If we could target everyone in America to be able to play this, people all around the world, just imagine how much money would be poured into it. Gamblers, look, these people that I'm targeting, they don't care to be in Drip. They don't want to even be part of it. All they care about is, I want to bet my 1 BNB, and if I win, I want 2 back. If I lose, I want to play again. They don't care where the losses go. I'm just taking those losses and putting it into the Drip. But I'm giving them I'm forcing them to purchase Drip, and I'm making a Drip theme to try to catch their eye, be like, hey, what's this protocol over here? So on top of trying to bring money into the playing blackjack, I'm creating a thing where people be like, hey, what is this? Wow, this platform, let me look at the charts. Oh, wow, it's starting to go up. Let me throw a couple $100 in there or whatever amount of money into Drip. And I'm trying to get more users into Drip at the same time.
Yeah.
It's sort of like the indirectly advertising sort
Correct.
of trick, right? Like, you know, like, yeah, well, you can play blackjack, but hey, there's this Drip thing too. Hey, there's if you look into this, there's a way to benefit and profit over here.
Yep.
So, you know, do a little research, and if you need help, I'll help you, you know. So that's great, man. And I think you're going to have a great support around that too. You know, I really do.
I do too.
Yeah. Shout out to Drip 21.
And I haven't seen, well, you know, other than Hex is doing well right now, but Drip on the BSC side, Drip is one token that is now being used to create other utility. Because again, like you said, you know, boss, it's like there's people that are really frustrated, and it's valid. You could be frustrated, you could be happy. You know, I get excited when the price goes down. Still, that's just me personally, but because it just allows me to build a stronger foundation, right? Because, you know, you asked, you know, were we exposed to trading? Yes, I was exposed to trading, and one of them is called a pyramid trade, where it's the dollar cost averaging. So you're building a stronger base at, you know, 19 cents, 18 cents, and I could just build a lot more. And as it goes up, you know, you can't tip over a pyramid, right?
Yeah.
And so it's not pyramid scheme; it's just you know, the way you trade. But Drip is a community right now. It's come to that where now you got guys building utility for the actual Drip token. It's like an Ethereum almost, right? What can we build in Ethereum? What can we build in, you know, Cosmos? And what can we build in, you know, Matic? Now it's like Drip on the BSC. What can we build with Drip? How can we help the token, increase in value by creating other utility, making it fun? Not everybody's going to play blackjack, but there's a big portion. Once you're in high risk, high reward, you got a good portion of those people that already do play blackjack, you know, because it is a gamble. Crypto's a gamble, and now ROI programs is even it's a bigger gamble, right? Mm-hmm. But I mean, that's what I love. I haven't seen other projects doing that, right?
Yeah,
right.
Where now the community themselves is like, you know what, let's take this on. And what I love about building these dApps and new utilities is this bottom up. You're not relying on the top to just say, we're not just relying on a guy like Forex to say, okay, this is what we're going to launch, and it's going to be at this time, and this is what you're going to work with. We're not just relying on that. Now the community, just like right here, we're saying, no, let's build it. So it's going bottom up, and it's the power of the people, right? Yeah. We're just going to bring the token up ourselves. Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Not relying on
another thing you said on the stream too last time, you said it sort of made sense to me, but maybe you can explain a little more. But it was 100 pounds of feathers weighs the same amount as 100 pounds of gold.
It does.
It does.
Yeah, I was talking about the Ray Dalio all weather portfolio, all weather fund, and like I said earlier, like if I got $100 in Drip, giving me $1 a day, right? So now if I want $1 a day in at 4% per year, how much would that be? It would have to be it would be a lot more money on that side, right? On that side of portfolio to give me $1 a day. But it looks like that. It's never going to be, I'm going to put $50 in Drip, I'm going to put $50 in pancake swap pools or whatever. It's not going to be that. It's going to be like, I'm going to put $50 in Drip, but I'm going to put like $500 in pancake swap pool to both bring me $1 a day. Now I'm like balanced. So if Drip go down in price, obviously some other token may go up. So now it's again helping your portfolio stay balanced. Right?
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
Totally.
That's what I mean by diversification.
Shout out to the people in the chats. If you have any questions while you got these amazing people on here, not me, I'm just a bum living out in the sticks. But but yeah, if you have any questions, please just put it out there.
I think I saw. Sorry.
Yeah, well, there's a question. What was it, bro?
It was in the beginning when we were just chit chatting. Some guy was asking.
We've got like 1,000.
Yeah, I read the comments. So one
it was
person,
like the sixth one down.
one person asked if it's going to be Drip 21's going to be on the main website. I know Forex mentioned it. I haven't had the meeting with Forex yet. He's been busy, obviously. So I think after the DDD's launch, hopefully we get a meeting together just to see if it's something that me and him could work on to get that done. I know it'll help out the community and it'll be really bullish in my opinion, but I haven't had that meeting yet. So it's going to be really up to after our meeting with Forex, if that's going to happen or not.
Or even if you had it where the link was on the drip page, the link was right up there, boom, brings you to drip 21. That would be
yeah.
Nice.
That would be awesome. That would be awesome.
For sure.
But regardless of that, I mean, bro, I'm bullish on your project. It's going to be freaking amazing. And we will shill it. We will shill the shit out of it on this show. Right? We will.
Our support for sure.
For sure.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. So,
Danny, I got a question for you, Danny.
Yeah, okay, bro.
If I go crazy, will you still call me Superman?
Absolutely, man.
Dude, you rocked that cover. You really did.
Thank you.
We watched it. Yeah.
She thought it was the original singer. She's like, this ain't him.
I'm like, is it?
Yeah,
He's like, and I'm like, I had to like really like pay attention. I'm like, oh, it is him. It was good.
Thank you so much. Yeah, that's my passion. Again, you can see the instruments in the background here.
Yeah,
music is my passion. I'm a former recording artist with Sony EMI. Crypto Lucky is also a former recording artist.
Really?
So yeah, yeah. We just did this on live.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
So international, it was good. Yeah.
I got a few guitars myself, but I just mess around. I'm more of a 3-chord, 4-chord kind of guy. But tomorrow is Slash's birthday. We're huge Guns N' Roses fans.
Sweet, yes.
And we're actually going to see him on August 15th at MetLife Stadium. We got tickets for the
awesome.
Pit. Yeah, Axl, Slash, Duff. The old band reunited back in 2016, so it's almost the original lineup. And we are psyched, man.
I'm gonna have to upload my cover then as well, because I did Knocking on Heaven's Door as well.
Awesome.
I did it on the Les Paul. And
nice.
Yeah, I got the Les Paul sitting in the background there, and I did that. I'll upload one. And I love it, man. Like music is that's the universal language.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. Yeah.
It totally
absolutely. And so that's what I do outside of like when I'm doing all my other crypto shit. I just sit here and I just play. I'm not a guitarist by any means, right? I've been playing. I only picked up a guitar when I was 30 years old. I'm turning 52 next month. So, just picked it up. And it was only because I'd been around music and I've been with bands and I always struggled to sing to them playing. So I was walking past this music shop one day and I saw a guitar and I thought, I'm going to buy it and I'm going to teach myself. So I was like 30 years old.
That's awesome.
When I first started playing guitar and I can play, but if you say to me, oh, copy that dude, no, I can't do it. But then I'll say, copy me, because I just do my own thing, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And
So like I was same thing. I was 37 when I picked up the guitar.
Oh,
like
beautiful.
I'm gonna be 43 soon, so I just doxed my age. But anyway, I still feel like I'm 18 though. That's the important thing.
Yeah, man.
As old as you feel, and I really believe that.
Forever 21, yeah.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, well, just turned 21, so she just.
Exactly.
There you go.
So, but back to the guitar thing, right? So you're sort of self-taught, right? Well, it's
absolutely
it's a form of meditation. Right? Like
you're
sitting there and you're having that time alone with the guitar. Like you really, and like people don't realize how hard guitar players work at doing what they do, because to be able to do that, like they think it's just all automatic, which it is a little bit. It's a little bit of feel, but it's a lot of practice, right? So to get that in and to be able to play like that, it's a lot of practice. And that's sort of like how we approach anything in life, right? You really got to put the time in. And the more time and effort you put into something, the more you're going to see results. You know? So it's
totally. For me, it was like, because I've always been a singer, right? It was always about singing. But when I picked up a guitar and you can actually hear it right here, it just improves your singing. It's just crazy, right? You can really sing in tune because it's right there. So that was the main basis of guitar.
Plus some Alak-Azul make it you sound even better now.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. But you see that blue guitar there, and I know I've shown it on the stream before, but that blue guitar, that is the most amazing guitar I've ever owned. Right?
Yeah.
This red one here, that's the only guitar I brought with me when I came from Australia, and that's my baby. Right? I'll never ever get rid of that. That's the second guitar I ever bought. But this one up here, this blue one. This is carbon fiber, right?
Yeah.
This is carbon fiber, and it's got touchscreen.
Oh, that is nice.
Oh,
It's
wow.
it's got built-in effects, built-in drums, everything. So
Wow.
what I love about it, you can literally sit around a campfire and just play it, and you don't have to plug it into anything, right?
Oh, that's sweet.
Oh, it's amazing, absolutely amazing, the effects that are built into it, and like the drums and stuff, and you can do looping in it as well. So you can loop your beats, and then you can put a rhythm down, and then you can do lead over the top of it.
That is so sweet.
That is
so
cool.
It's almost like you got the built-in pedal thing going for you.
It's just crazy. And then I've got quite a few amps here that I like, rechargeable amps, so I can just take it and just go and sit out in the street and play if I want to. But then I've got 2,000 watt head rush speakers here, which they're what we call FRFR, so it's full range flat response. So it's like what you would hear in the studio, and when you run music through it, it separates the vocals with the actual music.
Wow.
You're hearing them as two separate things.
That is so neat.
It's just
Unbelievable.
This is like my coolest looking guitar right here, and this is just
Nice.
there you go.
a Dean, it's an acoustic electric Dean.
Yeah.
You got your settings on here and stuff.
Yep.
This is probably my coolest one. And then I got also an Epiphone Les Paul that DeFi Diva got me for my birthday a couple of years back.
I got you that.
I love them.
Yeah, and she got me that one. And she got me, well, actually, that was the first one. I got a Fender Strat, just the regular Fender Strat that I started on.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's the same thing with me. It was like a hobby, right? Yeah, I just picked it up and started plucking on one string one day, watched some YouTube videos, learned YouTube. YouTube's a great tool, man. It really is.
It is. It's absolutely amazing, man. Like, I've got a couple of Maton guitars in Australia, which I don't know if you know about Tommy Emmanuel. Tommy Emmanuel is like an amazing guitar player, and he endorses Maton. And I had a couple of Matons done in Australia where they measure your fingers, they measure your arms, and then they custom build the guitar for you.
Oh,
right. So I had a couple of those. It's like, I don't know, $2,500 each or something at the time.
Right.
That's going back 20 years ago, 20 plus years ago. And so it's pretty freaking amazing. I left those in Australia, unfortunately. But when this thing, right? It's carbon fiber, and people go, yeah, that's a gimmicky kind of thing. But when you play this, and you probably won't hear it on here, but when you play it and how it feels, this feels like a Taylor or a Gibson guitar.
Yeah,
That's
literally.
cool.
Yeah, and it has impulse responses built into it, so you can make it sound like like whatever you want.
The sound effects to make it sound like a wild electric guitar.
Yeah, I don't know if you're going to hear that. I'm going to put one effect on here just so you guys can get a bit of an idea.
Yeah.
That's what makes that guitar even more powerful. Show them why. Show them the logo.
Yeah.
It's a triple caster.
And then look at this logo.
Oh, nice. So you got the drip, right?
That's a drip, bro.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
Cool.
And this is thank you to Drip, because I bought this because of what I earned from Drip, right? But I don't know if you can hear this.
Yeah.
Let me know, because I've got some settings on it. But listen.
That's the wah wah.
Can you hear those effects?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's all built in, man.
That's sweet, man.
That's all built in. There's like so many different effects in here. And then I'll just do this, for example.
It's all touchscreen.
That's coming from the guitar.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's coming
man.
from the guitar.
So you
Right.
can play guitar and rap. Yeah.
So where'd that run you, Danny, if you don't mind me asking?
Couple of $1,000.
Ooh, that's just enough, huh?
Yeah, couple of $1,000. But I mean, it's
But
amazing,
got so
and the
many-
beautiful thing, it's like it's carbon fiber, so it doesn't get affected by the weather and things like
Right.
that.
It'll last you.
Yeah, it's freaking amazing.
It is.
Right.
Wicked cool.
Because I've been to the guitar shop and I sure as heck ain't seen a guitar like that.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
it's
I better go back. I haven't been in a while, but yeah, I've never seen something like that.
they're amazing. They're absolutely amazing. I mean, I've got lots of guitars. I've got the 12 string up here. I've got the this one up here, and then I've got the Les Paul in the background. But that's an Epiphone Les Paul as well.
Nice.
So,
they play good though. They really do.
Oh, they do. They do. I guess the quality control with them has like dropped a little bit. Like that one, I bought it new, but you do get a little bit of the finishing is not so great on the actual fretboard. On this one here, there's a few like rough edges and stuff. But there you go. So we've gone from crypto to this and that and to guitars and music.
It's nice.
Drip.
Isn't it awesome?
Smurf band. Yeah.
Hey, it is the alpha. So this is Bourbon Smokehouse Les Paul.
Wow.
Nice.
Nice.
And what year is that?
I don't know.
I didn't know if it was like a vintage or something. Sometimes
No. This is
for
actually
vintage.
this Les Paul is the it's an Epiphone Les Paul, right? But it's freaking awesome, man. Just look at it. It's beautiful.
Yeah, like
and then one more I'm going to show you just a sec before we shift back. I've got a broken string on this one, but
oh yeah, nice. That's the
that's cool again.
Semi-hollow.
yeah, the open. Yeah.
Semi-hollow. I just replaced all of the bridge and everything. I put roller bridge on it, and just gone with locking tuners and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
Get a nice collection there.
yeah, it's pretty. I think I've got about 11 guitars here.
Wow.
We got to do a jamming session live stream.
Yes, we do. We do.
That's
Crypto
probably
karaoke.
That's probably one thing that wouldn't work on like Zoom and live stream is probably, that's the power of being in the same room as people, especially when it comes to music, right? Like, I don't know how good that would sound. Maybe someday, maybe, right? Metaverse sort of thing,
Hey, we should jump on a Zoom sometime and just jam.
Yeah, definitely.
I'd do that. That'd be awesome, like putting some songs together and just do it. That's actually another thing. That's another project I'm doing right now is because I help people with music from time to time. They message me and go, oh, I've written this song, but I can't quite get the proper chord progressions or the strumming patterns. Can you help me out? So I jump on and we get onto Zoom and I help them out and we get it done within an hour or so. So that's another project that I have that's happening at the moment. So basically just helping people just to bring their music to life, man.
That's cool. That's rewarding for sure.
So, we say all this, guys, to say this is like, learning to play the guitar or maybe learning to speak a foreign language, right? If you want to do something like that, right? Like I love the foreign language analogy, right? I think Tony Robbins does this. It's like, yeah, you could go on YouTube or something, or maybe download an app or get a book or something like that. Or you can throw yourself right into that country or that native language. What's going to work better, right? Throwing yourself in that country, you're going to learn that language real quick because you buy, right? So
unless you're crypto lucky,
right? That's the same for anything. Like if you're going to play the guitar, you're going to want to play that guitar 8 hours a day, right? Well,
absolutely.
Crypto is not that hard. When you look at stuff like that, right? It's not that hard, So just to get started in crypto, but if you wanted to immerse yourself in it, like probably we all do here, you know, you can, right? So that's like, it's like anything else. You're going to get out what you put in, right? So just if you, you don't have a lot of money, you know, you can get started and you really can start doing a lot of research, because there's a lot you can be doing in research and development when it comes to crypto.
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but, you know, from where I started to where I am now, I've definitely learned a lot. I mean, a lot.
And we continue to learn, bro.
Yeah.
We continue to learn. Lucky and I have been in the space for a very long time, but we're still learning every single day.
Well, it's moved so fast. There's so much new development, right? And you think of like, hey, I didn't know you could do that. Or, you know, they're still trying to figure out how to do like a national ID, which could be a good thing, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, again, you have both sides. But here in a country where most people are unbanked, right? This is what crypto is made for.
Yeah.
So being able to learn how to solve real life issues, it's just it's too exciting.
And you
it's
know
DTV's turn to beat up Papa Smurf in the background there, I think.
You know how, like, when you go on new sites and they'll say, well, you can sign in with Facebook or sign in with Google. Well, I heard that pretty soon you're going to be able to like sign in like that with your Ethereum wallet. You know,
Connect wallet. Yep.
So that'd be cool. Now, you guys still using MetaMask? Because we use Rabby now.
Yeah,
that's the one I've been wanting to go over to.
Yeah,
Rabby's cool, man. Yeah, I like Rabby a lot because it's just I don't know, like at the end of MetaMask there, we were just having trouble getting our transactions to go through.
It was wonky.
Yeah, it was really wonky. So we switched over to Rabby. It was basically seamless. We both use the Ledger hardware wallets too.
Yeah.
So, you know, like you get your Rabby, you just connect your hardware wallet, then you just go through and select your wallets and stuff, and boom, you're up and running. But Rabby, what's nice about Rabby, and I'm giving everybody the alpha right here, and you guys probably already know this stuff, but maybe you don't. You can take and set the GUI down to one GUI. And so when I do my transactions on Drip or something, or Arc or Furio, my transactions are like 5 to 8 cents, right?
Wow.
So every time I compound, it's like 5 cents, opposed to like 30 to 50 cents.
You know,
and even like Rabby, if you just leave it alone, the setting's already on 3 GUI, which I meant when I was on MetaMask, it was like 5 GUI.
Yeah, 5 GUI.
Yeah. So I mean, it's just
1 GUI is a lot better.
That's a big hack. We were just talking about that. Oh,
how fast are the transactions going through?
Lickety split, man. It's crazy.
Wow.
Even on 1 GUI, like it is straight. Instead of downloading it, you can download the Anchor RPC. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that.
Yes.
You don't have to. Rabby actually has a built-in RPC, so you can have it on both, right? So you can. There's a setting. You go to settings, and you can toggle on the RPC. So you can either have it on Anchor or you can have it on Rabby. And either way, you can gear it down to 1 GUI. So it's definitely been a big help for us, especially if you got multiple wallets, you know.
Yeah.
I have to look into that more this week. I mean, I've been meaning to look into it. I'm gonna look into it more this week and probably do a video on it this week. And get people transitioning into that, because I've heard so many things about it.
Rabby,
I mean, I'm not using MetaMask too much, but I mean, because again, Danny knows this. I built my own bot, so I'm able to manage my multiple wallets, and there's bots too to do like compound and claim strategies. So I'm able to set it, and I just don't touch it. It just does it automatically. It claims it one day, swaps it to BNB, and it's done. So you just
cool.
Back days. Yeah, I put that. Early last year. No. Late 2021, around then. Because I was just to connect wallets and through all multiple accounts. Once you get into the 10 accounts, 20 accounts, and it's kind of a hassle, right? It takes a long time. So I was like, I just don't want to do it. So I ended up building a bot for it. So it's just one dashboard, complete all the wallets there, and you just manage it.
You've never had an issue with it?
Sorry?
You've never had an issue with it? Like it just...
No, I mean, there are failed transactions, right? So you always deal with that. And again, because if you keep pinging the system, obviously you're going to get blocked. Like it's just thresholds that are met. So you deal with that. But no, it's been great. I mean, I got wallets that are just growing, but I haven't touched it, like especially through MetaMask, right? I haven't touched it. I just let it go. And it's something that we wanted to release. However, because you have to keep it secure. Obviously, in order to do any transaction, you need the private keys in there as well. Yeah. So that's basically on a separate system, not touching anything else, just letting it run. But if I were to actually make that available to the public, you know, people have issues with MetaMask already. Imagine how a can of worms that would open if people are trying to input their private keys into a.
You'll be 24-hour customer service then.
That's right. Right.
So what a great chat though, right? Because what I was going to say, you guys, Rabby.io is only available on desktop and laptop.
Yes.
It's not available on mobile. Just so you guys know. We don't use mobile anymore. We started on mobile.
We did everything on mobile at first.
Yeah, and then slowly transitioned to getting everything over on the laptop. Transition to desktop, transition to a ledger, you know, like these are the stepping stones, right? That we learn along the way. But I mean, just to get started, guys, it's so easy to just get your mobile phone and, you know, you download a couple apps, depending on what exchange you use, or even like there's on-ramps out there now. So you got like MoonPay, you got ArcFi's on-ramp now, which I haven't used yet. So I can't really comment on that, but they're trying to make
my only issue in regards to using mobile is it's so much easier to lose a device.
Yeah.
Right. And so security has always been a major thing to me. I've got my crypto stuff running on lots of different devices in here. My phone, I have it, but I limit what I actually do on it, because it's one of those things. It's so much easier to be out somewhere and lose your phone.
Yeah. I thought I was gonna miss doing it on the phone, and I don't miss it at all. You know, I get all my stuff done in the morning, and like you said, it's time consuming. It takes me about 40 minutes to go through all my transactions. So it's part of my day, right? So like I get up like at 2 a.m. I got to be to work by 7. So I got 5 hours to do research and do all my crypto stuff. Yeah. And I do my reading. I read books and stuff like that. I try to push myself along and
you're usually traveling, so you still have like an hour and a half of drive time and everything else.
Yeah.
So take advantage of drive time, guys. Be listening to podcasts like Alak-Azul. You know, like this is where you learn, right?
Absolutely. Thank you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've reached 2 hours and 39 minutes.
Awesome.
Isn't that crazy? It just goes so fast. You know, if anyone out there's got any more questions at all, I'm not going to do an airdrop this week. I'll do one next week. I mean, I can if anyone wants an airdrop, message away. I don't know how many people we still got viewing, but you know, it doesn't really matter. But we've been going for like 2 hours and 40 minutes now.
I know. We had our stream before this one too.
I know.
Go in.
We've been hitting hard today. And we went to the gym today too, so we got it in at the gym too.
Nice.
Oh, there you go. This one up here, I got to put this up there. Firstly, Alak-Azul moment. Thank you. And this one here, when's your son's next fight, Danny? For the people that don't know, my boy's in MMA.
Oh wow!
Wow!
Yeah, and a couple of weeks ago he won his first MMA fight in Eternal MMA, which is like the biggest MMA organization in the Asia Pacific region or Oceania region, and in Australia, and 15-second knockout.
Oh wow!
Yeah, 15 seconds. So that was like
crazy,
pretty insane. You know, I'm actually going to open up a new window here, and I'm going to put this up there. I've got to share it. This is my boy. You know, let me just bring this up here. I think it's in their shorts. I think it's in.
Yeah, that's because I trained him before the fight. No, I didn't train him.
Yeah, the amount of training that goes into that, though. We watched that McGregor Forever on Netflix. I don't know if you guys caught that yet, but it's really good.
Yeah, I did.
It's pretty good. I mean, he's arrogant and stuff like that, but you know, just the amount of training that goes into that stuff's amazing. Yeah. They do and put their stuff.
Yeah, man. I've been in martial arts for over 40 years. So my kids, I you know, at 3-4 years old, they're already training. I was training at 3 years old. So Yeah, let me just find this over here. I'm going to quickly share it. I just quickly share this. Share screen window. This one here. And so this is my boy. This is my son. Super proud. Let me just play it. Now, let me take off that.
Oh,
15 seconds.
15 seconds. Let's just play that again.
Wow.
oh my God.
Yeah,
He's
that's
just
my boy.
Damn, that's that one hit,
It's
man. Wow.
crazy.
Yeah,
That's all it takes, man.
Yeah, you got him, man. Holy cow.
that's it.
It took me a couple times. I didn't see it like the first
I
two times.
know,
and then
because
I
it was
see-
like so fast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely, absolutely. So that's my boy. He's 25 this year.
Wow.
But he's been training with me. I take no credit for that. I that's him, man. I take no credit for that. He's just an amazing kid. And yeah, he's been training with me for since he was like 3 or 4 years old, and we had no contact for like 7 years. I was over here, he's in Australia, and then he came and lived over here with me for like 4 years, and trained with me here. So and then he's been back in Australia, and he's training with a different camp, etc. But I'm a proud dad. What can I say?
Of course.
Absolutely
That's-
amazing.
Amazing.
That's amazing, right? And we're watching it live here, and I was just saying to my wife, I'm saying, and I probably shouldn't be talking about this, but I said his chin's too high because obviously I'm critical, right?
Yeah.
I'm critical of I'm the father, right? His chin's too high. You know, he's got to put his chin down. His chin's too high, and the next thing there was that knockout. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
I stand corrected.
Yeah.
wow, yeah, 15 seconds. That was awesome. So very, very, very proud.
Does he have anything set up? Like, what's the plan?
He hasn't got anything confirmed as yet, but that Eternal MMA, again, that's the biggest organization in Oceania, and it's actually sponsored by Proper 12. So Conor McGregor's sponsor 12, and you can watch it on UFC Fight Pass. So the reality is that this boy's going to have a lot of eyes on him, right? He's going to have a lot of eyes on him, and he has a great future. He won gold in BJJ, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, recently as well. So, yeah, he's doing some pretty amazing stuff. So much love to Dallas, my boy, and super proud, man. 15 seconds, boom.
See ya.
Absolutely crazy. All right, guys, we've been going for 2 hours and 44 minutes. If anyone out there has any more questions, please ask away before we go. If there's no question in the next couple of minutes, I'm going to call it. I think we've had a good shot.
Absolutely.
You know, unless anyone else has
It's
something
been
more to
so
say.
Fun. Oh, we got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could go on forever, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
we,
we could.
I
We
got
could.
my GNR shirt on right here.
Oh, awesome. Hey,
Send
and
us
this-
off with a sample. You can.
that's right. Watch out for that logo. As you can
Nice.
see.
Yeah. That's the
FTR,
logo.
fuck the rug.
FTR.
Right?
Yeah,
FTR,
we learned
right.
something today. That's for sure.
Yeah,
Man,
yeah.
it was so nice hanging out with you guys. I
Yeah.
hope we can do this again soon.
Yes.
You're welcome anytime, right? Every time I go on the stream, I'm going to send you the studio link, and feel free to jump in anytime you like.
Sweet.
Okay.
To be honest, though, like we're way past our bedtime. Like
I know. I totally get that. Totally get that, and I appreciate you coming on.
No,
For
it's all
sure,
good,
for
man. I've been
sure.
looking forward to it all week for sure.
Yeah. Thank you for that. DCB, brother, man, more power to you. I really appreciate you here. I know you're on late time as well, where you are right now.
Yeah.
So I totally appreciate it, and I hope we'll have you back here again.
Yeah, I'm down.
And keep us in mind when you launch Drip 21. Keep us in mind for that AMA, bro.
I got you. Yeah.
All right,
most def.
that's all
Yep.
good. And when we do Drip Potluck, I'm going to invite all of you guys on here, and we're going to do it live. We're going to do the first one live, right? So I would love to have you here. Shout out to everyone out there in the chats and the streams. We also did Twitch for the first time in a long time today. So I don't know how that's going to go, but we're out there. YouTube world, drip community, crypto collective. Big shout out to everybody out there. And
Ladies
again,
of the Faucet.
Ladies of the Faucet.
Ladies of the Faucet. Shout out.
Right.
Absolutely. Totally appreciate like their stream last week was amazing. And we're going to have more and more amazing streams. Guys, again, please go to the Alak-Azul Telegram group, which is down in the description there. And yeah, let's just make that happen. There's no
you got their links too, right?
Yeah, we've got the links to Crypto Unlimited 22 and DeFi Crypto Boss. Their links to their YouTube channels are in the description down below. Please smash the like button. Please subscribe. Because something I noticed as well, we've got a lot of viewers, but there's only like 60 to 70% are actually non-subscribers. So please smash the like button, click the subscribe button, and just tune in so you know when we're doing our next live stream show. All right. So I'm in a second, I'm going to play my outro, but please, Johnny Faucet, DeFi Diva, DeFi Crypto Boss, thank you again so much. I feel so honored to have you on here. And please just stay on when I do the outro. Please stay on just for a minute, and we'll just do a quick quick chat before we disappear. But everyone out there, much love to you. I've got to do one more. I have no idea how many I've had.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for having us on. Thank you guys so much for having us on. I just want to say, look, Ma, we made it. We're big time now.
DCB brother, do you have any final words?
Thanks for having me, and thanks for all the support in the chat. Just look out for Drip 21. I'll keep everyone updated when we have major updates. I guess I should say it. So we're working on the NFT contracts now. So we're hoping for the next 6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah.
Just because we've added, like I said, more gaming into it. First, we only had like maybe a couple contracts for it, but then when we start, adding more stuff, he's like, man, it went from like 2 or 3 to like 20 now. Yeah. So just look for updates. I'll throw out teasers in my Drip 21 chat, graphics. We do have a working game, actually. It actually works, but it's not presentable. It's drafty. So it's not presentable, but so we're just going to share object or images. And also we're going to start previewing a little bit of the type of artwork we got for the NFTs. And shout outs to Gaz. He actually is helping us.
Gaz.
He's helping us with some of the images. So he's with our main guy that's doing the graphics design, and they're working together too, just to throw out a lot of different ideas and stuff like that. So.
Nice.
Yeah. Shout out to Gaz as well, because Gaz always supports us, and it's like freaking amazing. Love you, man. So
love you.
Yeah.
Crypto Boss, like again, whatever you need, let us know. If there's anything we could do on our side to support you in any way, whether that's on the back end, testing, like we're there for you, man. You got a great community behind you. So again, let us know what you need. Same thing with Johnny Faucet, DeFi Diva, like whatever you guys need, we're always here. Right?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Same to you guys.
Appreciate
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. What do you have to have for final words? Johnny Faucet, DeFi Diva, here's your time. Go. Final words.
So basically, we have a stream every Saturday night too. It's at 6 p.m. EST time, and we have our drip team. We got our ARC teams. You guys, we do 100% airdrops. So we set up a wallet. We give the whole thing away. We've already given over 1,000 ARC out on that team.
Beautiful.
Only requirement is you got to at least buy your wallet with 100 BUSD. And lastly, the most important thing is we have a donation wallet, and this is where it really comes in. We have a donation wallet where you can donate. It's a drip faucet. We started in November. We hydrate it once a month. It's strictly just being hydrated to a max wallet, and it's for a 501c3 nonprofit organization for suicide and drug and alcohol addiction. So if anybody would like to donate to that, the address is just go search our channel, our links. Tragically, we lost our daughter in 2018, and that's why we set this up. So that's one of the biggest things closest to our heart, nearest and dearest. And thank you guys so much for supporting our community. This means really a lot. Thank you guys.
We're there, man.
So
We're there.
Oh, much love, man. Much love. Much love.
Thank you.
Anything we can do for you, please.
Yeah, let us know.
Let
I mean,
us
we're
know.
in.
Let us know.
We're in.
For sure.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Sorry
much.
to hear about that. That's the first time I heard about that. So sorry to hear about that.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
I'll definitely support. My friend actually committed suicide a couple years back, drug overdose
Oh.
also. So it was real heartbreaking. He had a bad accident and never got right in his head, and it kind of just haunted him throughout the years. And I guess he just couldn't take it anymore. So
Yeah, unfortunately, it's a lot more common than it should be, you know, and it's crazy.
Totally.
That's why we want to try to make a difference and support things like this out in the community.
Right.
A lot of people in trading too. Like even like I was finding out in crypto, I was talking with like Atlas and stuff, and they were saying like people that have their trading accounts and then they lose, you know, thousands of dollars, and next thing you know, they're like, I can't live no more. It's crazy, right?
Yeah. Right.
So
It's crazy.
we definitely need tools and education out for that too, you know.
Absolutely.
That's what we're trying to provide.
A lot of support needed. For
Yeah.
Sure. Oh,
All right, guys. Wow. These streams are just so filled with so many different emotions. Right, you got the highs and the lows. You got the and I love it. And I totally appreciate everyone coming onto this crazy little show, Alak-Azul Show. You know, real people, real talk, and that's what it's about, right? Real people, real talk. So again, totally appreciate everybody being out here, supporting the show. We'll be back again next week, and yeah, get onto the Telegram group if you can, and you know. Let's just keep talking and being real. Everyone out there, this is a crypto space, but we're real people.
Yeah.
We are just normal, everyday, real people. You don't have to be part of the upper echelon of society to be involved in this.
Yeah.
We're just everyday people. So there you go. Much love to everyone out there. Lucky, you got any more words to say, bro?
No, thank you. You guys, sorry, I'm awake now. Yeah. So. That was a lot of fun. It was a pleasure and honor to meet you guys. So,
yeah, same.
I'm so glad you came on. We were a little nervous at first.
I
We're
know,
like,
we were
what do you mean he's not gonna be here?
No, I'm not going to leave you. I was excited to come on. I was just, when I woke up, like, oh, man, I knew it. I came, my wife opened the door, and it was like almost 5 a.m. And it's like, she just woke up, and I was just coming in.
And I'm sorry for my laughing trip earlier, but just couldn't help it.
It's all good.
That's the way it is. So
Always fun. I'm excited to keep this going. Right?
yeah.
Has that ever happened before, Danny?
Hey?
Has that ever happened before?
No.
Laughing so hard you
I mean, I laugh, but never to the point that I have to turn off the camera.
Smurf was tickling him. Like,
Bad influence.
It had to have been the Gensler Spiegel thing.
Awesome.
You guys are
All
just
right.
tuning in. You're going to want to watch this stream again.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you again. Much love to everyone out there, and we will catch you on the next one. Please subscribe, smash the like button, and there we go. We'll stay on for a little bit.
Cheers.
All right.
Cheers, guys. See ya.
Let me do my outro later.